Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. What's good with you? How are you guys doing today? And so here we go. We've got the Vikings and the Eagles going on here as today's second game for Monday Night Football. And obviously the Titans and Bills, they're going at it right now. But yes, how are you guys doing? The Eagles here with the football first. And so we've got Michael Hauser here. What's good with you, Michael? And then we got Golf Productions here. I know you're going for the Vikings here. What's good with you? And so Mike, what's going on, man? I need more from Josh Allen for my fantasy football team. What's going on? And he says, go Vikings until 80s gets here. But here we go for the Eagles from their own 18-yard line. Jalen Hurts in the shotgun throws it. And that's going to be complete to Devontae Smith. So right out the gate, because last week Devontae Smith was a non-factor for the Eagles, the forgotten man, and already he comes out there, gets the first catch of the game. Second down coming up. Now we got 2nd and 5 here from the Eagles from their own 22-yard line in the shotgun. They're going with 4 receivers, 1 tight end. Snaps the ball. Hurts in the pocket. Moving around. Feels the rush. Gonna throw it on the move, and that's going to be completed by the tight end. He picks up 18 yards on the reception there. That's a first down. All the way to the 41-yard line of the Eagles. And so Mike says, where JB? Lewis says, yo, what's good with you, Lewis? And so you took the over in this one, over 42. Fly, Eagles, fly, he says. Okay, bet. Mike says, how much did JB pay these refs? And so, believe me, Mike, if it was being paid there, I'm trying to help my fantasy football team there and stuff like that. So I need Josh Allen to do more. Meanwhile, they snap the ball out of the shotgun, give it to Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders still on his feet off the left side. They're going to pick up about a good 13 yards on that carry and a first down here for the Eagles. So right now the Eagles getting a couple first downs here, moving the ball, and it will be fun to see both of these offenses go at it tonight. I'm anticipating a very high-scoring game in this one. But that time, Miles Sanders there had a hole, made it work. Now they're going to take the snap out of the shotgun. This time, give it to Sanders off the right side. And he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the carry. Now we got 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 8 coming up from the Vikings 45-yard line. Let's see, Mike says, how much did I pay? Braden, what's good with you, Braden? What's good with you? You say, hey, JB, Eli Manning missed with your mic. And so, hey, mess with my mic again? That sounds like
All right, let me
better. Meanwhile, Hurts in the pocket, moving around, but he's going to be sacked. He's going to be sacked by a pair of linemen for the Vikings, and that time they sandwiched them. Let's see, Mike says JB paid off the refs. Mike says, I don't get this 2 games at once. And so, I mean, normally when they do 2 games, normally they are separated by some hours here. But hey, you know, this time they wanted to give fans, I guess, the chance to watch both games or to choose which one they want to watch. But yeah, keep me up to date with what's going on with the Buffalo game. But here we go, guys. 3rd and 8. Out of the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. They take the snap. Vikings sending 4. It's a screen. They throw it there to the receiver. And he's got some room to work with. He's at the 30. Cuts back upfield. He trips up at the 25-yard line, and that's where they're going to get him. But there is a penalty. There is a penalty, and something tells me this play is coming back. Let's see, Braden says, it still sounds weird. That's weird. All right, Braden, let me know if this is any better. Meanwhile, I see Buffalo scored a touchdown. That is Allen to Stephon Diggs for a 4-yard touchdown. That's going to help my fantasy football team, but I need more. I need more for my fantasy football team, but that was big. All right, but let me know if that's better, Braden. And Braden said, did you see Eli Manning pretending to be a walk-on at Penn State? I did not see that, Braden. Anything Eli Manning, I just turned the channel. Mike says, touchdown Allen to Diggs, and so I see that. I can dig that. But here we go for the Eagles here, 3rd and 13 out of the shotgun. In the pocket, throws it. That's completed over the middle. Of course, A.J. Brown. And he's still fighting forward, taking it all away. So it seems to be the 31-yard line. And so A.J. Brown, last week got a lot of targets there from Jalen Hurts. He clearly likes A.J. Brown, and I can't blame him for that. But that time he found the opening in the defense, got there, ball got to him. There you go. Hurts takes the snap. They're going to fake it to the receiver. He's going to run now. And so He's tackled at about the 27-yard line. Now we got 2nd and 6 coming up here for the Philadelphia Eagles. So again, the first drive of the game right now. Eagles are moving the ball here. We're talking 7 plays, 55 yards so far in this one, and almost 4 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. Let's see. All right, Braden says sounds good. Now that's great. That's great. Let's see. Oh, what's good with you, old man? What's good with you? And so O says, what's good, JB and everyone? Titans are getting hit with the injury bug bad. And so Braden says, JB doesn't dig Eli Manning. Not at all. All right, they're going to give it to the back up the middle, and he's going to pick up about a good 3 yards on the carry. Boston Scott with the carry that time for the Eagles. Eagles love using the running back by committee approach. And so now we got 3rd and 3 coming up here for the Eagles. 3rd and 3. You got 8 plays, 58 yards, and also almost 5 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. And that's the current drive, opening drive. They get the snap. Fakes it to the back. Hurts, throws, caught, completed. And he's going to take it to the 15-yard line, but that's going to be a first down there against Zach Pascal, the former Indianapolis Colts receiver here with the Eagles. Let's see. Braden says, in your fantasy league, I'm up by 10 points. And so, Braden, I'm extremely nervous because I got Josh Allen and I got the Bills defense, and I need both of them to have a tremendous game for me to have a chance at an upset win. Made some bad decisions this week, and it might just cost me. But out of the shotgun, Hurts fakes it to the back, throws it. It's caught by the tight end. And so, he gets tripped up there at about the 3-yard line, but that's going to be a first down there. Picked up 13 yards there for the Eagles. They are moving and grooving right now up the field. Let's see, but you say you're up by 10 points. What players do you have left in that one, Braden, or do you have any players left? Let's see, Mike says, JB, I'm rooting Buffalo there. And so, I know. But here we go, 1st and goal. Fakes it to the back, Hurts. Nice cut up there, and Hurts is going to get into the end zone for a touchdown. So how about that? Philly is feeling special right now. Jalen Hurts caps it off in the end zone, 3-yard touchdown run. And so how about that? Opening drive, and what an opening drive it was, guys. I mean, talking about going down there, you took about over 5 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. To be exact, 5 minutes and 51 seconds. 11 plays. You went 82 yards. And that time, the offense just moved the ball at will. If you're Minnesota, you're going to have to make some adjustments here because Jalen Hurts, he was hurting you that time. Let's see, Braden says the other guy has Robert Woods and Isaiah McKenzie left. And so, okay, so McKenzie should get some targets with Gabe Davis not playing today. But let's see. Extra point is good, but there is a penalty. Come on, delay the game on an extra point attempt? Come on now. Got to do better than that. But that's the penalty there, delay the game. Let's see, Braden says I don't have any players playing tonight, so I'm hoping those two don't do well. And so that would make sense. And you're up by 10 points right there. So basically, you're hoping that Buffalo defense shuts down Robert Woods, and I need Buffalo defense to do just that. So we'll see how it plays out, but rooting for you. Did you win last week? And again, the Eagles are going to have to go ahead and re-kick the extra point. And again, that Buffalo game, Buffalo's up 17-7. Tennessee has the football with 45 seconds to go here before the half. All right, so now after the penalty, you backed them up 5 yards here. PAT attempt about to come on the way. Hold is good. The kick is up, and that is good. So the extra point attempt is good. Do I see yet another penalty? This better not be against the Eagles again. Okay, seems to be against the Vikings here. But, man, a lot of penalties already here. And we're just trying to get through the PAT attempt right now, guys. That's it. Just the PAT attempt. So that's going to make the extra point still stand. So the score right now, the Eagles score on the opening drive. Now, again, the Vikings have not had the ball yet. But we are here in the first quarter with 9 minutes and 9 seconds to go. And we will get to see the Vikings offense here. Braden says he's down 5 now. And so, oh, wow. And so, Andrew, what's good with you? What's good with you? And so, Andrew says he wants the Eagles. doing? You said what the Eagles doing? And so yeah, the Eagles just scored a touchdown on that drive there. It was Jalen Hurts that capped it off with a touchdown run. But I mean, he was passing and the team was running. Matter of fact, first drive he had 63 yards through the air, 5 of 5 passing. However, on the ground as a team, they had 5 carries for 24 yards, and it was Jalen Hurts who had 2 carries for 7 yards and a touchdown. Meanwhile, Miles Sanders, 2 carries, 14 yards. And so Black Medicine says touchdown, asterisk. And so that's right. He's got Jalen Hurts as his quarterback in his fantasy team. So that's big time for him. Let's see. Andrew says, love you because I want to see Devontae Smith have a touchdown. And so, good old Devontae Smith. I mean, last week, honestly, I would have started him just like everybody else that started him. And we're seeing around the league, you look at what the Dolphins have between Tyreek Hill and also what they have, with Jalen Waddle. Those two guys, there's plenty of targets to go around. And so there's no reason why Devontae Smith can't have a bounce back game this time. Because last week, they did not target him at all. But this week, he could have a big game. And I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. Mike says both the Bills starting defensive tackles out. Ed Oliver and Tim Settles. Mike says Gabe Davis out. Mike says Trey White best cornerback out. Mike says now new huge injury. And so hopefully nothing serious. But what happened with Gabe Davis? How did he get hurt? Was that like something that happened during practice, like on Friday? Or something like that, because I was highly disappointed that I had to bench him in favor of a no-name, basically. Let's see. Ben says Tremaine Edmonds nearly decapitated his own teammate, and so, oh man. Let's see. But good to have you here, Ben. Good to have you here. Black Mason says no touchdown for Smith, no sir. Mike says Dane Jackson, Bills times 2 cornerback seriously injured. And so, oh man, Mike, everybody's getting banged up. I always worry about these night primetime games. It seems like these are when the worst type of injuries typically happen. But do keep me up to date with what's going on with those Bills, with the Bills game, because I got Buffalo defense in fantasy and I got Josh Allen, and I need a lot of points from both. All right, but meanwhile, kickoff about to be on the way. We haven't got to see the Vikings offense yet. It was all Eagles so far in this one, and now we're about to get ready for the kickoff here and see how Minnesota responds. Kickoff on the way. And there will be no return here by the Vikings, so they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Let's see, Ben says ambulance on the field. And so, oh man, that sounds really bad, man. That's awful. Hopefully he will be okay, man, and hopefully it's not as bad as it sounds right now. Obviously, I didn't get to see the play there, but hopefully it's not as bad as it sounds. But the ambulance is out there. That is never good. Brandon says that's not good. Yeah, that is not good at all. All right, meanwhile, here we go for the Vikings here for the first time here. We've got ourselves with Kirk Cousins up under center here, one back in the backfield here, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends, receiver. Justin Jefferson goes in motion. They're going to give the ball to Dalvin Cook up the middle. Cook gets stopped. It's going to be about half a yard shy. He loses about a yard, so 2nd and 11 coming up here from the Vikings 24-yard line. So we got 2nd down coming up here. And again, if you're the Vikings offense, you want to come out here and respond. Of course, Justin Jefferson last week had a tremendous week here. Let's see how he looks here week 2. All right, they're going to go 5 wide here. So 5 wide here out of the shotgun. Takes a snap. Eagles send 4. Offensive line holds up. Gets the ball out quickly to Justin Jefferson. And he get brought down at the 30-yard line. So it's going to be a pickup of 6 yards on the play. Now we got 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and 5 here for the Vikings from their own 29-yard line. Let's see. Mike says, I'm told very serious. Black Medicine says, wow. Brandon says, both Cook brothers, LSU. And so, but man, yeah, I am definitely, if you guys hear any updates about the injuries throughout the course of the game, definitely do let me know with that injury there. But that does sound very severe. All right, so we got 3rd and 5 coming up here for the Vikings. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Eagles might be bringing pressure here. They send 4, but pressure up the middle. He throws it, and it's incomplete. And that's Darius Slay Jr. with the pass deflection there. He was guarding Justin Jefferson. So that's going to be a fun matchup to watch all game long. But 4th down coming up here for the Vikings, and they will have to punt the ball. And great job by Darius Slay Jr. At first, I thought that Justin Jefferson had him on the ropes, but he recovered and got a hand up there. Let's see. Braden says, dang phone. What I meant to say was both Cook brothers are playing tonight. And Mike says, loading ambulance. Alan says, crazy upset yesterday. What's good with you, Alan? How are you doing? Braden says, hope he's okay. Meanwhile, for the Eagles here, they're going to return it from the 22 and get brought down at the 23-yard line. Great special teams coverage there by the Minnesota Vikings. And so now we'll get to see the Eagles with the offense, with the ball again here on offense. Their second drive of the game. First drive was a touchdown. Can they follow up on that? Can they follow up on that? And so let's see. Andrew says, I love your channel. I hope subscribe to him. And so I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Andrew. Thank you so much. You're the MVP, but appreciate you. Absolutely. And yes, now's a good time, though, while we just hit the commercial here. For anybody that hasn't pressed the like button, then make sure you press the like button. And also, as Andrew alluded to, do subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already and become a part of JB Nation. Let's see. Alan says, I'm okay watching this and playing Madden 23. And so, hey, that's what's up, Alan. The best of both worlds. The best of both worlds. Absolutely. But again, right now, currently at the commercial. But yeah, do keep me updated, though, with that whole situation down there in Buffalo for sure. You hate injuries, but you really, really hate the ones that have the ability to really change a person's life, you know, afterwards. So definitely hoping that it's not as bad as it sounds, but it sounds pretty bad. Let's see. Mike says, Greg Razoo nailed Tannenhill. And so, okay, so they're at halftime right now. Okay, appreciate that. Let's see. Black Minister says, Devontae Smith scores. I am disliking the stream, bruh. And so, hey. Hey, I'm not the guy guarding them. I'm not the one calling the plays. So I am not the one responsible. Absolutely. But again, I mean, for the Vikings, though, it was very quick. They got off the field as quickly as they got on the field. Kirk Cousins was 1 of 2 for 6 yards, and Dalvin Cook 1 carry for -1 yards. And now we'll see what the Eagles do here with the football when we come back from the commercial. And so there we go. Let's see. All right, give me 1 second here. JB's got to constantly check on his fantasy football team. We're at the half right now. JB's fantasy football team has just been in shambles in this league all week. And so JB needs some hope. JB needs some hope. That's what JB needs. Josh Allen has about 17 points here at the half. I need Josh Allen to go out there and replicate that in the second half. Maybe come up with a good 20-something points in the second half. That would help. And so, Andrew, but appreciate the love, Andrew. Appreciate it. Let's see. Braden says, I heard he has movement in his extremities, which is a really good sign. And so, oh, that's great, Braden. That is great. That is great. Yes, that is great. That is absolutely great. Absolutely. And so, Braden says, good to hear. Alan said, what about them? Miami over Ravens came back, and the Rams almost blew a 28-3 lead. There's something about that score, 28-3, that just doesn't sit right. I mean, honestly. Meanwhile, for the Eagles here, fake it to the back, throws it quickly. That's A.J. Brown. And A.J. Brown doing work there, picked up a good 9 yards on the play. But hold everything. There is a penalty right now. And so this looks to be against the Eagles. Let's see what they call. And so, yep, it will be against the Eagles there. That's going to move them up 5 yards there. And, yeah, so 1st and 15 now from their own 18-yard line. And so, but, yeah, I mean, Allen, that was crazy. That was absolutely insane there. I mean, the Miami thing, that shocked me. That shocked me. I did not know Tua had it in him, especially in that fourth quarter. I mean, I haven't seen Tua look like that in the fourth quarter since the first time I saw him play for Alabama when he came in for Jalen Hurts in the national championship game for Bama. So, yeah, that was insane. It goes to show that the ceiling now for Tua in fantasy especially is extremely high. Meanwhile, Hurts bobbling with the snap there, but luckily the back was there to pick up that fumble, and they still lost some yards. So now they got 2nd and 18 right there, and those are the kind of plays you don't want to make there because that can easily turn into a turnover there. That time, Jalen Hurts just couldn't handle the snap, honestly. It wasn't so much a snap. It was just Jalen Hurts unable, not paying attention to the snap. 2nd and 18 coming up. Let's see. Andrew says, I am so like a whole. Hope the Eagles win because I know you're like the Eagles. What do you like the Eagles win change? I mean, do you like the Eagles win change? And so, meanwhile, for the Eagles, Hurts is going to throw it up there, and it's caught by Watkins that time. Actually, Quentin Watkins that time. I'm sorry, Quez Watkins with the reception. And so, but yeah, I mean, it would be nice because honestly, this game, I feel like right here, looking at the NFC, me personally, I have some major concerns about the Buccaneers and stuff like that. So between the Eagles and the Vikings right now, I feel like whoever wins this will have a leg up at this point of the season when it comes to the NFC picture. And so this could be a very big game here. This could be the kind of game that in the future determines what team is going to be at home and what team will not. Let's see. Jay, what's good with you? What's good with you? Meanwhile, Hurts throws it, and it's caught by the tight end. Penalty thrown already. Penalties, a lot of penalties being thrown already, but this looks like it's going to be against the Eagles again. Again. And so let's see. Jay says, I hope A.J. Brown does good for my fantasy team. So Jay's got A.J. Brown. Black Mason says, what? Jay says, Andrew, I'm not sure what your comment meant, LOL. And so Black Mason says, JB almost had a stroke reading it. And so I had to double look, y'all. I was looking like I wanted to make sure I wasn't misreading it there. But yeah, definitely clarify what you meant there. And so Andrew says, why did Tyreek Hill hit a very long pass on the Eagles? And so Tyreek Hill, Eagles. And so you mean against the Ravens? Well, I tell you what though, Tyreek he just got that game-breaking speed, honestly. Tyreek's going to do what Tyreek's going to do. And so you can see that it certainly improved Tua. People talk about Tua's arm strength. I was one of them that talked about his arm strength. But in college, he did air it out. Meanwhile, Jalen Hurts moving in the pocket, and he is sacked. He is sacked. And so that's going to lose 8 yards on that sack. That's going to bring up 4th down. That's what happens when you have all these penalties take place and stuff like that. You put yourself in a difficult situation where the defense can pin their ears back and get after you. And that time, he just beat his man. He just flat out beat his man right there. That tackle was moving awfully slow. And so now you got 4th and 20. Eagles will punt the ball. Let's see if the Vikings get a return. And it's caught at their own 39-yard line, brought down. And, all right, so it's going to be about a 1-yard return, but a great special teams coverage there by the Eagles. And so now let's see what Kirk Cousins and the offense can do here in the first quarter with 4 minutes, 37 seconds to go. And again, the Eagles are up 7-0 in this one. Last time, the Vikings, it was basically 3 and out. And so let's see if the offense can stay on the field a little bit longer this time out. And so let's see. Jay says, who did Philly play last week? I forgot. The Eagles last week. Who did the Eagles play? They played the Detroit Lions. That's right. They played the Detroit Lions last week, Jay. And so they ended up winning 38-35. They had a nice lead through 3 quarters, but Detroit started storming back late in that 4th quarter. But they held on for the win. So, yeah, that's who the Eagles played week 1. It was the Detroit Lions. And so let's see. Andrew says the Eagles. And then Mike says, Bills starting center Mitch Morse out. And so I did notice that, Mike. I did notice that. I did notice that. And so absolutely. So Coach Dante, we got Coach Dante here on the stream. What's good with you, Coach? What's good with you, Coach? And so, hey, I tell you what, though, Coach. I mean, Houston, they may not have the W, but in my book, you can see the effort that those guys are playing with, and that's a tremendous sign. Defense looking good. I mean, they should have beaten the Colts. I don't know how y'all didn't win that game there. I was hoping you guys would have did it. But, hey, I was hoping you guys would have beat the Broncos, too. But nevertheless, Houston Texans are going out there and competing. So how do you feel about what you're seeing so far from your Texans? But, hey, glad to have you here. Mike says, Coach. Andrew says Tyreek Hill. I don't Tyreek Hill smacked this song. And so and so Lewis says Eagles. And so Mike says, can we get my guy JB to 20 thumbs up? And so that'd be a great start if we can get to 20 thumbs up here in the first quarter of this game. That would be tremendous. Andrew says Lamar Jackson's the best quarterback. He doesn't fumble at all. And so, I mean, Lamar Jackson, he sure as hell helped my fantasy football team. That's for sure. He sure helped my fantasy football team. And again, right now, if you're just tuning in, we are right now currently at the commercial, so we're not missing anything right now as we are at the commercial right now. Allen says, yeah, watch the replay of Atlanta Rams game. It's been crazy, and Trace Lane is out with a broken ankle. And then Mike says, O.J. Howard. And so, hey, O.J. Howard went off that first week. He went off that first week. That he did. I don't know what he did this week, but I know that first week he went off for a pair of touchdowns, which was a pleasant surprise. Let's see, Mike says, JB, even if all the Bill starters hurt, we should be up by more than 10, JB. And so I need more from Allen and more from the Bills defense to help my fantasy team. That's what I need. But here we go here for Minnesota from their own 39-yard line. Cousins up under center. Got a fullback in the backfield. Justin Jefferson goes in motion. And so he's going to take the snap, gives it to the back. Dalvin Cook up the middle. Dalvin Cook still fighting forward here. Picks up 3 yards on the carry before he's brought down here. So we got 2nd down and 7 coming up here from the Minnesota 42-yard line. Again, the Vikings trail right now 7-0 to the Eagles here in the first quarter with over 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mike says, Jerry Hudges. Yeah, I remember having Kevin O'Connor that one year that we had him as a backup for the Patriots. All right, but here we go. Cousins up under center. Here takes the snap. Play fake. Cousins on the move. Throws it. Dumps it off here down low. It's caught by Irv Smith. And so the tight end's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. So now we got 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and 5. And so the Vikings here, they got to start converting on some of these 3rd downs here and get some momentum offensively. Braden says, for everyone new here, JB is not a huge fan of Eli Manning. Let's see, Mike says, JB geeks out for Eli. That is not the case at all. Not the case at all. Meanwhile, Cousins here, 3rd and 5 in the pocket. Throws it, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. That time in the direction of Smith Jr. and incomplete. 4th down coming up. And right now, the Vikings just can't get the momentum right now at all. The offense is not looking very explosive right now at the moment. Of course, still early in this game here, but right now, that's incomplete. Incomplete. I got to give credit to the Eagles defense here. They're playing good coverage so far in this game. So the punt unit will come out here for the Vikings. Braden says Jalen Reagor going up against his old team. And so, you know what? I forgot all about him. Pretty sure the Eagles did as well. All right, so the Vikings got the punt team out. Oh, they're going to stop the play. They're going to stop the play. Let's see. Andrew says, I got a Jonathan Taylor as my running back in fantasy football. And so, how has that been so far this season? I know Jonathan Taylor has not been putting up Jonathan Taylor-like numbers so far. Not his fault, though, from the passing game. But how has that been so far? All right, so they just went ahead and reset the play clock. Again, we're here in the first quarter with 3 minutes and 25 seconds to go, and the Eagles are up 7-0 in this one. Eagles scored on the opening drive, but since then, we've been struggling to see some offense out here for both teams. Punts on the way. Fair catch is symboled, and he's caught the ball at the 18-yard line, so that is where Philly will take over with the football. Let's see, Allen says, crazy game last night. If Bears and Packers and a touchdown call on 4th. And so, yeah, that was a big call. That was a big call, or I should say non-call, I should say. And so, Carmichael, what's good with you? What's good with you? And you say, hey, JB, don't talk about the game, please, JB. I will do no such thing, Carmichael. I will learn from what Mike, because I was talking to Mr. JB about it, and I was like, you know what? Last year, Mike could have rubbed it in my team's face, when the Bills and Patriots played, but Mike did me a solid, and he didn't mention it that much. So I will do the same courtesy about that game right there. We know what happened and stuff like that, but it was a close game. All I can say is it's time for Kenny Pickett for the Steelers. I honestly feel like Kenny Pickett's in there. Things would have been different. The Steelers need to turn it over to Kenny Pickett. That's all I'll say about the game right there, though. Let's see. Allen says Bears. Mike says JB got Eli posters hanging around his bed. Not at all. Brandon says Mike Evans got the 1-game suspension. And so I hear that he's going to try to appeal it, but I don't know why he should not try. I mean, he's a second-time offender with this, and so the NFL's not going to take too kindly to that. So 1-game suspension, I think he earned it. Let's see, Black Messon says Mike Evans is insane, bruh. And so, I'll tell you what, though. One thing about Mike Evans, he seems like a great teammate. I'm not going to lie. He seems like a great teammate. He's going to go out there, defend his quarterback. And if you're having an Antonio Brown type of moment, he'll at least try to calm you down to a degree and stuff like that. It's up to you to listen. He can't make you do it, but he at least tried to talk to AB before AB went AB and just left the team. He at least tried. So I'll give that to Mike Evans. Seems like a good teammate, someone that'd be nice to play with. But absolutely. Let's see. Braden says, "I forgot Mike Evans and Marshawn Lattimore had have gotten into fights before. They have serious beef, and so yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of beef in that one there. But it honestly started with the whole, Tom Brady and Lattimore going back and forth, and so Mike Evans just came and finished it. He's the finisher. He just came in and finished it. Let's see. Carmichael says, I just need Justin Jefferson to not do good, and you win your fantasy against the Willie Skillies. And so he's got Justin Jefferson. Okay, well, right now you're happy with the start to the game. How many points are you up by? How many points are you up by? Let's see. Andrew says you got 18 touchdowns with Jonathan Taylor. You made 18 points with the touchdowns from Jonathan Taylor. And so, meanwhile, I see that the Buffalo game is starting their third quarter. So, guys, keep me up to date with how that game goes there. Again, I got Josh Allen in that one, and I also got the Buffalo Bills defense. And this week, so many injuries. Alvin Kamara was out, Gabe Davis was out, so most of my team was out this week. So I'm trying to survive this week. But here we go for the Eagles here from their own 18-yard line. Takes the snap, gives it to Sanders off the left guard. Sanders picks up about 2-3 yards on the carry. A little bit of pushing and shoving right now between the Eagles and the Vikings. And so Black Medicine, appreciate that right there. And you say shout out to old man on finishing his therapy. And so, hey, that's what's up. Shout out to old man times two for sure. And so old man says, JB, did you hear Lil Jordan was taking most of the snaps at tight end? That sounds like someone I know. And so yes, but appreciate that Black Medicine for sure. Meanwhile, for the Eagles here out of the shotgun, takes the snap, throws it, caught by Miles Sanders. And so Miles Sanders gets tripped up there, picks up about 3 yards with that reception. Now we got third down coming up here. 3rd and 5 here for the Eagles from their own 25-yard line. And so let's see. Braden says, I like Mike Evans, but he deserved to get suspended against the Packers. No bias there, Braden. Lewis says JB's favorite number is 10. And so that is not the case. You know what, Lewis? It actually used to be for Troy Smith back with the Buckeyes and all like that. So 10 used to be. Just at the college level, never NFL. Carmichael says, I am up by like 30 points. I think I won't unless Justin Jefferson gets like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. You should be good, it seems like, but you never know. Plenty of football to be played here. But here we go, guys. 3rd and 5 here for the Eagles. Takes a snap out of the shotgun. Hurt, throws it. It's caught by Devontae Smith. That's going to be a pickup of 8 yards on the play and a first down here for the Philadelphia Eagles to keep the drive going. Again, a big third down conversion here for the Eagles. And that's the difference so far in this game. If you're asking me, JB, what's the difference so far in this game? Third down. The Eagles right now in third downs, they're getting some conversions. Meanwhile, the Vikings have yet to do that in this game so far. Well, here we go. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Receiver goes in motion here for the Eagles. Jalen gets it out of the shotgun, fakes it to the back, throws it to the tight end, stiff arm. And he goes out of bounds after picking up about a good 7 yards. However, there is a penalty on the play. There is a penalty. Let's see, Mike says, yo, Black Medicine making it rain with 80's not here. And so someone's got to keep the lights on, right? Braden says, congrats, old man. Mike says, shout out to old. Yes, shout out to old. And so Mike says the rookie Elam is at cornerback JB Nation. And so, an eligible receiver downfield. So that looks like yet another penalty against the Eagles. There's been a tremendous amount of penalties so far called today already against the Eagles so far in this one. Let's see. Mike says, shout out to Old. Black Mesa says, don't throw it to Devontae Smith. Braden says, there's no bias, JB. He deserved it. He did deserve it. He did deserve it. Let's see. 1st and 15 here. The shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back for the Eagles. Takes a snap from their own 26-yard line. Picks up the blitz. Throws it over the middle. And that's going to be a completion to A.J. Brown. Tackled there by the safety, Harrison Smith. But that's going to be 2nd and 4 coming up here for the Eagles' 37-yard line. Again, 50 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. All right, let's see. Let's see. Old man says, thanks, bro. This stuff is crazy, but I should know Wednesday I have to go for another 3 weeks or what the doctor says. And so, okay, but you'll find out Wednesday, so let us know for sure by Thursday for sure. But rooting the best for you. Meanwhile, yet another penalty here. Another penalty. It's just the first quarter, guys, and I've seen too many penalties already. And so, man, but this time it's going to be on the Vikings for defensive holding. So that will gift them with a first down. And again, the score right now is Eagles up 7-0 so far in this one. And so far in the first quarter, the Eagles have done a tremendous job with time of possession. It does help when the defense is going out there and getting 3 and outs. That does help with time of possession. But right now, everything momentum-wise is favoring the Philadelphia Eagles. All right, but they got two receivers towards the bottom of the screen here. Two tight ends in the backfield. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap here, going to hand it to the back off the right side, cuts up the middle, and Sanders is going to pick up 2 yards on the play. Now we got 2nd and 8 coming up, and that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, it is the Eagles who are up 7-0 in this game over the Vikings. Let's see, Carmichael says it's 101-75. I hope I win, then I go 1-1 and win a division game. Mike says, Henry, I'm running out of gas. Dane Jackson to the hospital, but with no cornerbacks, and so no cornerbacks so far. Lewis says, Eagles hurting themselves. And so any update in the Bills game with how that's going so far? Let's see. Who's got the ball right now? Braden says, throw it to Devontae Smith. Andrew says, and you got A.J. Brown. You got 19 points with A.J. Brown. And let's see. Old man says, thanks, everyone. Mike says, Tannehill taking advantage. Jay says Titans punted on their first possession. And so, okay, that's good for the Bills defense there. Appreciate that. Oh, it says Titans done. Too many injuries and defense can't stop Allen. Not enough guys out. Oh, it says too many guys are out. Not enough good players to stop them. Braden says, looks like I'm going to lose in your fantasy league. He's down 2 points now. And so, ooh, that's not good at all. Mike says, yep, guys low on Henry and Hillard out. Mike says, good news is Dane Jackson got full movement. That's great news right there, Mike. Great news for sure. Carmichael says, all I have to say is that Najee did me good. And so that's what's up. That's what's up. Didn't he hurdle somebody out there on the field? If I'm not mistaken, it was either him or Dante Johnson. One of the two, they hurdled somebody out there on the Patriots last Sunday. But again, right now, currently at the commercial. When we come back, it will be the start of the second quarter. And it is the Eagles with the football facing 2nd and 8 right now from their own 47-yard line. And you look at what Jalen Hurts has done so far. I remember last week for Jalen Hurts, he started off like 0-5 before his first completion. Well, not this week. He is 9 of 9 passing for 101 yards. Again, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but on the ground, 3 carries for 7 yards and a rushing touchdown. Meanwhile, for the Minnesota Vikings offense, Kirk Cousins 2 of 4 passing for 8 yards. So if you started him in fantasy football, you're really not impressed right now with the 8 yards passing at all. Or if you're a Vikings fan right now, you expect a lot more. A lot more. Justin Jefferson just 1 catch for 6 yards. Dalvin Cook 2 carries for 2 yards. And that's the entire Vikings offense so far through the first quarter, because the Eagles have had the ball most of the time here in the first quarter. On the ground for the Eagles, they have 9 carries for 32 yards. Miles Sanders, he's got your 5 carries, 22 yards. Devontae Smith so far 2 catches, 13 yards. A.J. Brown 2 catches, 31 yards. And Dallas Goedert, he's got 2 catches for 31 yards. All right, let's see. Ben says Dane Jackson is lucky he isn't paralyzed for you, and so that is tremendous news right there. Let's see. Black Medicine says, run, Henry, run him to death. Carmichael says, I am so happy I didn't start Devontae Parker. He would have gotten me 0 points. And so, yeah, JB could have gave you that heads up there, too. Yeah, right now the chemistry just isn't there between him and Mac Jones at all. And so Braden says, run, Forrest, run. Meanwhile, here for the Eagles, out of the shotgun, Jalen Hurts. He's going to sling it deep, and he has a man wide open, and that's caught by the receiver, Watkins. And so, wow, wide open. And Jalen Hurts, all he can do is look to the sideline and say, yeah, how about that throw? How about that? And it went to Quez Watkins right now for the touchdown, 53 yards. How did he get behind a secondary? We'll never know, guys, but wow. That is a touchdown pass for Jalen Hurts. Black Medicine, that is for you. Wow. So far in this one, Jalen Hurts, 10 of 10 passing for 154 yards and a touchdown through the air and on the ground. How about that? And so Ben says wide open. Extra point is good. So the score right now, Eagles 14, Vikings 0. And so Braden says yes. Ben says wow, wide open. Black Medicine says I dropped Hunter Henry in my ESPN league. Braden says touchdown. Braden says Jalen Hurts shutting down the haters. And Lewis says on target. Yeah, that was a nice pass, wasn't it? Mike says score over there, JB. And so, yeah, the score right now is 14-0, Eagles over the Vikings. And, hey, that just took 8 seconds into the second quarter to get that score. Again, a 53-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Hurts to a wide open Quez Watkins for the touchdown. And let's see. Carmichael says, I ain't happy about Matt Kennedy, the offensive coordinator for Steelers. Like Snoop Dogg said, fire him. And Black Medicine says, touchdown fighting gastric bypasses. And so, how are things looking right now for you in the standings so far? Black Medicine, let me know. But yeah, so the Eagles up 14-0. This has got to ignite some type of fire here for the Vikings. Again, I feel like the Vikings, they just got to start getting some first downs to get things going here. But they're down 14-0, so they got to start throwing this ball here. They got to start airing it out. And so let's see. Ben says safety looked like he thought the cornerback was staying with him. And so Melissa Ward says, wow, what's good with you, Melissa? What's good with you? How are you doing? How are you doing? Appreciate you for coming through. And so Black Medicine again with the super chat. Appreciate you. You say gastrics take the lead. Gastrics take the lead. And so that, okay, wow. Bet. That has to feel good. That has to feel good because right now, Jalen Hurts is balling and he's not throwing it to Devontae Smith. So I know that helps your fantasy football team out a lot. Meanwhile, speaking of fantasy football team, y'all, if y'all see Josh Allen throw a touchdown, just put it in the chat to let me know because I got Josh Allen for my fantasy team. But again, appreciate that super chat right there, Black Medicine. Here we go for the Vikings. So from their own 25-yard line, play fake. Throws it to Dalvin Cook out the backfield, and Dalvin Cook picks up about 2-3 yards here. And so Dalvin Cook is another guy who can help ignite this offense here for the Vikings, and he needs to have more of an impact. And so Braden says Black Medicine has the best fantasy team name, and so... yeah, that thing right there. That thing right there. Talk about taunting your opponent. All right, but here we go for the Vikings here. So the Vikings have not had the ball for too long so far in this game. They've got to get some first downs. Here we go. This time Cousins up under center here. Cooks in the backfield. Justin Jefferson goes in motion. Takes a snap. Play fake. Cousins bootlegging. Still moving. Pump fakes. He's going to run. Lowers his head here. Now he fell forward. So let's see where they mark him down at. Specifically, they're going to say that he was down a yard here, so 3rd and 1 coming up. Again, he could have gotten that first down there, but you can't blame your quarterback for going down, and so he picked up 9 yards on that play. Now we got 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Vikings here, so another 3rd down coming up here. Can they get a first down and keep this drive moving here? That's what they need to do. So 3rd and 1 coming up. Again, second quarter here with 13 minutes and 40 seconds to go, and the Eagles are up 14-0. So now the Vikings here simply just got to start getting some first downs. Things will start to look better as this game goes on. But here we go. Cousins up under center here. One back in the backfield. 2 receivers, 2 tight ends. One back. They're going to give it to the receiver in motion. That's Jalen Reagor. And so Jalen Reagor making it do what it do for 17 yards off the right end there. And so that's going to go as a carry for him. And that's going to be a first down here for the Vikings. 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 49-yard line. Again, Vikings trailing right now 14-0. But that could be a big play that ignites this offense and gets them going. You just never know. And so let's see, Andrew says, what does Michael Vick kill dogs? And so, ouch. And so Mike says, check back in a minute or two. Braden says, geez, Andrew. Black Mason says, touchdown Bills. Touchdown Bills. How did they score the touchdown? How did they score the touchdown? And so looking right now at my fantasy football team, Josh Allen putting in work. Appreciate that update. But here we go, guys. Out of the shotgun here from the 49-yard line of the Eagles, and so that's going to be a first down. You got the ball as Justin Jefferson there over the middle, and Justin Jefferson doing Justin Jefferson type of things gets the first down there. Pickup of 11 yards on the play. So now we got the Vikings offense moving here in the second quarter, and they're trying to get their first points of the game. Cousins in the shotgun, takes a snap. Eagles sending 5. Throws it, and Dalvin Cook bobbles it, eventually catches it, but he's going to lose a yard on the play. And so let's see. Carmichael says Jalen Reagor is out there. Mike says took 2 plays, JV. And so Mike says touchdown. Braden says former Vikings receiver scores. Stephon Diggs a touchdown. And so Black Manson says Derrick Henry needs to request a trade. He has no help. Let's see. Ben says Josh Allen 46-yard bomb to Diggs. And so, hey, there you go. There you go. All right, here we go. 2nd and 11 here. 4 receivers, 1 back, shotgun. Takes a snap here. Gives it to the back, off the left side. And still on his feet here, still on his feet, going to pick up 5 yards. That's Madison there with the carry. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 6. So we got 3rd and 6 here from the Eagles, 34-yard line. So another key third down coming up here for the Minnesota Vikings right now. Again, Buffalo's up 24-7 in their game. They're in the third quarter and stuff like that. But right now here for the Vikings, they're trying to get the first points of the game here. Can Kirk Cousins come through on 3rd and 6? All right, here we go. Again, second quarter with 11 minutes and 12 seconds to go. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers towards the bottom of the screen here. 1 tight end, 1 back. Justin Jefferson goes in motion. Kirk Cousins with the ball here. Throws it. It's caught. And that's Osborne there, and he's going to take it to the Eagles' 19-yard line. So far in this drive, 7 plays, 56 yards in about 4 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. The best drive by far by the Minnesota Vikings so far in this one. And let's see. Carmichael says, please just don't throw it to Justin Jefferson, throw it to Rager. Mike says Diggs. And so let's see, Andrew says, and I just got Daniel Hunter and just got a second, like, okay, so you just got him last week, and so bet. Mike says Derrick Henry is the team. All right, here we go, guys. 1st and 10 here for the Vikings. They're going to go 5 wide now, 5 wide. Justin Jefferson is in the slot. They take the snap. Cousins on the move. Throws it. It's caught by the tight end. He's rumbling. He hurdled someone and went down at the 2-yard line. And so now the Vikings knocking on the door 2 yards away from the end zone. Will they get in? And let's see, Braden says, Josh Allen, don't throw it to Isaiah McKenzie, and Ryan Tannehill, don't throw it to Robert Woods. Mike says, like Christian McCaffrey for the Panthers. Mike says, could we see Malik? No. That answer should be no. Black Manson says, Braden has very specific instructions. Mike, that would be interesting. Here we go, guys. 1st and goal. Adam Thielen goes in motion there, takes a snap, gonna fake it to Dalvin Cook, gonna throw it, and that's gonna be a touchdown there for Irv Smith. The moment I dropped him in fantasy football is the moment that he gets into the end zone, y'all. But how about that touchdown there for Irv Smith Jr.? 2-yard touchdown reception. How about that? And so the first touchdown of the game for the Minnesota Vikings here. And so the score now 14-6. And then after the extra point, if that's good, it'll be 14-7. But that time, great pass there by Kirk to wide open Irv Smith Jr. And so let's see. Carmichael says, Kenny Pickett. Braden says no. Lewis says... And so Lewis likes that touchdown, and so that is good. So 14-7 is the score. Carmichael says Najee was the one who hurdled and threw someone on the same play. And so, okay, so that was Najee. Okay, I thought it was. And Jay says, man, Irv Smith was wide open. Black Medicine says roll tide. This is crazy, but the score right now is 14-7. And guys, we have a game in this one. 14-7 is our score. And so both quarterbacks already have thrown a touchdown in this game so far. We're here in the second quarter, 9 minutes, 39 seconds to go. And so we'll see what the Eagles do so far. But, man, Jalen Hurts, 10 of 10 for 153 yards and a touchdown. When he passes like that, I'm telling you, when he throws the ball like that, and then you already know he's going to be impacting the ground game, him, Miles Sanders, and stuff like that, it makes this offense really tough to defend against. And so but we'll see what the Eagles offense can do. But great job there by the Vikings to get things done, especially through the air. Okay, let's see. And so Andrew says, why does Mike Vick kill dogs? And so I have no idea, Andrew, no idea. And so Melissa says he's from Louisiana, and so better believe it. And so, but here we go, guys. Currently right now at the commercial, so we're not missing anything right now. Currently at the commercial right now. And so Jay says, JB, what do you think is wrong with the Titans so far this year? And so the Titans, honestly, they don't have, when you have a guy like Ryan Tannehill, he's kind of like having a, like with Kirk Cousins, you want to surround him with weapons. They traded away A.J. Brown. That was big. So you trade away A.J. Brown. They obviously already was lacking receivers last year because outside of A.J. Brown, Julio did not help them at all. So they already was lacking at receiver. And so I get it. You drafted Trey Burks. But offensively, they just don't have enough threats to back guys off of Derrick Henry. And so Derrick Henry's having to do too much. And there's not enough help for him. So honestly, there's no threat in the passing game the defenses have to really worry about. And Ryan Tannehill, he's feeling the pressure, he's feeling the heat, and it's messing him up. So that's their problem right there. That is their problem. Defensively, though, could be some injuries and stuff like that. But offensively, that is their problem. Right now, the AFC South right now is in shambles right now. I mean, I'm not sure who I got coming out of the AFC South right now. If the Colts keep looking like how they're looking right now. But maybe you guys can let me know who you guys like so far in the AFC South. Meanwhile, we're currently right now at the commercial. But that's a great question right there. Mike says we want Malik, and so that's not going to change anything, Mike. That's not going to change anything. If you put Malik Willis in, all you're going to do is put that kid in there and watch him struggle the first week. So I'm stepping up to protect Malik Willis and all like that. He's not ready to be put in. Case closed. They're just not good. Sometimes you're just not good. The Titans are just not good. You put Malik Willis in, the kid's going to get destroyed right now. Don't do it. Learn from the 49ers. They're better with Jimmy G than they were with Trey Lance. And Malik Willis is not on Trey Lance level. He still has a lot to learn. The kid's not ready. Put an end to that right here and now. Malik Willis is not ready. JB said it. JB stamps that one. The kid needs more time. He needs more time. He's the only rookie right now that I'm like, look, let him sit out the entire year. Let him sit out the entire year. Mike says, I heard a lot of Tennessee fans wanting Willis. Be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you ask for. That's all I can say for Tennessee fans. Be careful what you ask for. You ask for Malik Willis, the kid goes out there. Don't go booing him after the first couple games when you realize that the kid's not ready and he's coughing it up looking like Jamarcus Russell with some legs out there. So that's all I'm saying. All right, but here we go, guys. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun. And so Jalen Hurts, he kept it on the play, and probably should have gave it to Sanders going the other way there. Great tackle in the backfield there. He got back to the line of scrimmage there. No gain on the play. And so let's see. Black Mesa says, we don't care about that. Stick Malik in. Let's see. Mike says, good point, JB. I just want to see him, but not yet next week. A little bit longer than next week, Mike. A little bit longer than next week. Unless you got some like goal line specific plays that he can just either keep it himself or hand it to Henry, that's about the only way. And if you got Derrick Henry as a fantasy football owner, you don't want Malik Willis in. That's going to be like having Taysom Hill in there at quarterback. It's going to mess up your running back for fantasy football purposes. Meanwhile, throws the ball to Sanders, and Sanders goes backwards, but he's tackled. Let's see. Mike says, Frank Wright in the hot seat, JB. He will be after this year. Braden says, what was that Jordan Davis graphic? Mike says, Nate Hackett on a very hot seat in Denver. Hey, it's going to get hotter as the season goes on. Let's see, Andrew says, I saw Jamar Chase when I went to the LSU game and saw, bet. How was that? And which game was that? Which game was that, Andrew? Which game was that for LSU? All right, but here we go, guys. 3rd and 12 coming up for the Eagles. Here in the second quarter, 8 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Hurts in the shotgun, takes a snap. Vikings sending 4. Hurts moving around in the pocket. Now he's out the pocket, and he's going to try to scramble for it. Goes out of bounds, but there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Let's see what they call here. Let's see what they call. All right, so illegal contact on the defense. So a penalty on the defense there. That is big. Meanwhile, guys, for the first poll question of the day, who you got? Didn't even ask you guys who you got. The Eagles or the Vikings? Who you got? And so, yeah, they call that illegal contact there. And so something so simple like that can gift them with a first down. See, Buffalo's got the ball back right now. They're up 24-7. Keep me updated with how Josh Allen does if he scores again. Meanwhile, A.J. Brown goes in motion here. One back in the backfield. They're going to give it to the back, and he's brought down in the backfield. That time the Vikings got in the backfield, got him from behind, and brought him down. Miles Sanders with a 2-yard loss on the carry. Now you got 2nd and 12 coming up here from the Philly 25-yard line. Let's see. Andrew says the LA game. And then Mike says, is 80s watching? And so that is the question. Is 80s watching? I'm sure that we will see him in the chat at some point. But here we go, guys. 2nd and 12 coming up here for the Eagles. Again, 7 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. They take the snap here. Vikings sending 4. He's going to throw the ball up there. And it's going to be, incomplete. Incomplete. Tight end went up there but couldn't come down with it. 3rd and 12 coming up. Let's see, Mike says, few plays till touchdown, JB. And so my fantasy football team would greatly appreciate that right now. And let's see. I mean, I'm hopeful. Right now, I am hopeful. I do need the Bills defense to come up with a pick or something like that to help my fantasy football team. Let's see. Andrew says, what team do you like? And so Patriots, Andrew, Patriots. Patriots. That is my team. All right, but here we go, guys. 3rd and 12. Hurts takes a snap out of the shotgun, looking, throws it to Pascal, and so Pascal's going to get brought down at about the 31-yard line, but they will be a good 6 yards shy of the first. So 4th down coming up, punt unit will come out here for the Eagles. So they will punt the ball again here in the second quarter with 6 minutes and 42 seconds to go. Eagles up 14-7 over the Vikings. The Vikings scored last time out there, and so now they're going to look to see if they can tie things up. Meanwhile, punt's on the way. Fair catch is symboled, and it is going to be caught at about the 26-yard line, and that's where the Vikings will take over from their own 26-yard line, down 14-7. But hey, they scored the last touchdown, and so let's see if they can score again. Mike says Bills' first punt of the year. They just punt the ball, Mike. That's not encouraging. Let's see. That's not encouraging at all. And so, all right, Black Medicine says Bills ball. And so they muffed the punt. They muffed the punt. Why is everybody muffing the punt this week? I mean, I feel like I've seen it about 7 times this week. And so, wow. Wow. And so Andrew says you are the Patriots used to have Tom Brady. And so, yeah, we used to have Tom Brady and stuff like that. We did. But obviously, he's with the Bucks now and stuff like that, So, the moment, when it happened, honestly, the last 2 years he was with the Patriots, I was like, at some point, we may have to just let him go. I was hoping it never came to that point, but at that time, we didn't have the weapons. We still wouldn't have the weapons if he was still with us to where he looked like he does down there in Tampa Bay, because he wouldn't have a Mike Evans or Chris Godwin last year, Antonio Brown. He wouldn't have had none of those guys with us, so it was better for him to go to Tampa Bay and be able to compete for a ring than to stay with us and then just not have the weapons to go out there and compete, honestly. But yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Mike says Bills got it. Black Mesa says Tennessee is a mess, bruh. And so Kenneth Boyd, what's good with you? Kenneth, how are you doing? And you said the Eagles is your favorite team. And so, hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. The Eagles did tremendous in the offseason. Tremendous through the draft. Great job getting A.J. Brown. And so the Eagles certainly improved. And right now, they're up 14-7. So, hey, I'm excited for the season for these guys there. And so looking forward to seeing how things play out there. And certainly hoping you guys go out there and win the division. And, hey, make some noise this year for sure. For sure, but appreciate you for commenting here today. And let's see, speaking of which, I see that right now the Eagles are running away with it off of 8 votes right now. Majority going with the Eagles over the Vikings so far in this game. That's what's up. That's what's up. But again, right now, currently at the commercial, let's see, Andrew said DeAndre Hopkins is suspended. And so that's right. How many more games is D-Hop suspended for? I think it was like a 6-game suspension, or yeah, I think it was like a 6-game suspension. So he should have about 4 more games. And so Braden says 40 people in here right now. That's right, we're 40 deep. So make sure, if we can at least get more than half of y'all to press the like button. And also, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. That would be very great, as we're trying to get to 3K at some point. Hopefully this year, if we can get to 3K, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I see James Harden out there. He should be practicing right now. He should be practicing, honestly. This man should always be practicing. But here we go. From their own 26-yard line, Cousins throws it. Caught by the receiver. And that's going to be taken, let's see. It's going to be about 2 yards shy of that first, about 2-3 yards shy. Again, that's Justin Jefferson with the reception. And so let's see. Braden says James Harden at the game. Kenneth says dang. And so, oh man, I'm just seeing the punt, and my goodness. Wow. Meanwhile, it was a 1-yard pickup there by Dalvin Cook on the ground there, but I'm just seeing that muff punt there live there. So, wow, Tennessee's making mistakes. They are blundering away the game, and honestly, this is going to be the Tennessee Titans all year long, I'm projecting. All year long. But here we go, guys. 3rd and 2 coming up. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Let's see, Mike says Bills settled for 3. Black Mason says Bills field goal. Andrew says 6 games. Appreciate that, Andrew. Mike says tough game for Allen. Don't say that, Mike. Don't say that. Meanwhile, Cousins throws it over the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. Incomplete. So the Eagles defense shuts that down. 4th down coming up, and that's going to bring out the punt unit here for the Vikings here in the second quarter with 5 minutes and 12 seconds to go before the half. Again, the Eagles up 14-7. And so, I mean, great coverage. I'm seeing a lot of good coverage plays by this Eagles defense so far today. And so, let's see. Kenneth says, who going to get NBA 2K23? And so, that's a great question. Who's going to get NBA 2K23? Andrew says, I dare Justin Jefferson do the gritty on us. And so, we will see. I doubt he will be right now, but we will see. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, catch it at the 10-yard line. Makes a guy miss. And they're going to swarm to him at the 15-yard line. So that is where the Eagles will take over from their own 15-yard line. All right, let's see. But I will say this, though, for Buffalo, they're helping my fantasy football teams. When I woke up today, my fantasy football odds were at 22% in Yahoo, and now it's at 45%. So I just need a little bit more from both the Bills defense and Josh Allen. If I can get a little bit more from those guys, JB can actually win this league in a week where most of my guys were out. Let's see, Mike says, if win, this would be the Bills' first Monday night win at home since 1994. Are you serious, Mike? Are you serious? Wow. Kenneth says, I'm about to get it, and so bet. That's what's up. But yeah, does anybody else plan to get NBA 2K23? Let us know in the chat if anybody else plans to get NBA 2K23. All right, so I will go ahead and call it here on the poll, as it's clear that we're leaning towards the Eagles in this one here. And Braden says, Eli Manning commercial. Mike says, we get more points coming for you, JB. And so Andrew says, when I was versing my dad in Madden 23, my dad was playing as the Bengals and I was playing as the Bills. I would keep running the ball with Josh Allen, and I won the Super Bowl game. And so bet. Jay says, mark my words, Jim Harbaugh would be the Colts head coach next year. Ooh. That would be interesting. I mean, would I be happy if he left Michigan? I would be very happy if he left Michigan right now. And so Golf Reduction says, what the heck? No flags. Kidding me? Right now, he's not a happy person right now. And so Kenneth says, wow. Melissa says, hello to Emmy Award winner Quentin Brunson. She's at the game. Can't wait for About Elementary on Wednesday. And so bet. Golf says, are you serious right now? Golf is not happy. No flag. Not happy. And again, we're currently right now at the commercial. And the Eagles up 14-7 right now. We still got 5 minutes to go here before the half. You know, first quarter, it was the Eagles that scored in the first quarter. Second quarter, so far, both teams have scored a touchdown so far in this quarter. And the score right now, 14-7. Kenneth says, good defense, Eagles. And again, the next stream will be obviously Thursday Night Football, the Steelers and the Browns. That will be the next stream. I haven't set it up yet, but I will be setting that up later after this game. And yes, that will be the next stream that we will have, the Steelers versus the Browns. And so Jay says, and Jim Harbaugh was the Colts quarterback for a while, so it makes sense. It's funny how life comes full circle, isn't it? But it does make sense. All right, but here we go, guys. First and 10 from their 15-yard line. They throw the ball over the middle to Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith still running until he is slammed down at about the 34-yard line of the Eagles there. So big play there to Devontae Smith for 19 yards on the play. And so Golf Reduction says they're paying the refs, and he says also, hey to you as well. But let's see how it goes from here. From their own 34-yard line here for the Eagles, they're going to go 5 wide here, 4 receivers, 1 tight end. Hurts communicating something with these receivers, snaps the ball, Vikings sending 4. Hurts in the pocket, throws it over the middle, and it's caught again by guess who? Devontae Smith. Picked up 16 yards that time, taking it all the way to midfield. So back-to-back plays for Devontae Smith. Vikings are making substitutions right now on defense. All right, Eagles going to line up in a shotgun here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Snaps the ball. Vikings send 4. Hurts going to take a deep shot here, and it's incomplete in the direction of A.J. Brown there, but incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up here from the 50. Again, here in the second quarter, with 3 minutes and 53 seconds to go, and again, the Eagles leading right now 14-7 over the Vikings. Jalen Hurts so far 14-16 for 192 yards, one passing touchdown, one rushing touchdown. Let's see, Mike says both starting defensive tackles and actors for the Bills. And Braden says Devontae Smith with the catch. Mike says Derrick Henry out of gas. Andrew says the Cowboys won last week. They did win last week. They did. Kenneth says my grandmother's a Steelers fan. And so, okay, bet. That's going to be great for Thursday night. The Steelers versus the Browns. That'll be fun to watch. Hopefully, Kenneth Pickett will be starting sometime soon. Meanwhile, they give the ball to Boston Scott here. And so Boston Scott up the middle takes it for the first down. It's always tricky how they utilize Boston Scott. You just never know, and it feels like even though he doesn't get the carries and stuff like that, he sometimes is the one that gets the touchdowns. But you can never predict it. All right, here we go, guys. 1st and 10. Going to give it again to the back, and Boston Scott had to fight just to lose a yard on the play. So now we got 2nd and 11 coming up here from the Vikings 35-yard line. So far on the drive, 5 plays, 50 yards, and about a minute and 40 seconds to turn time possession off the clock. Again, Eagles up 14-7 here in the second quarter with 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Let's see. Mike says picked off. And so, Mike, are you talking about the Bills game? Did the Bills defense get a pick? And so, Brandy, what's good with you? What's good with you? Meanwhile, the Eagles hand it off to the back up the middle. Miles Sanders is going to pick up about 9 yards on the play. And so, Brandy says, who do you want to win? And so that's a great question, Brandy. And so in this game right here, I have no horse in the race here. And so I am rooting for just a good game. Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who wins this game here. Because my team won, so I'm good. So I'm just enjoying this game here, honestly. But that's a great question. Who do you like in this one? Let's see, Kenneth says, can we see the game? And so, YouTube would take my stuff down immediately if I actually showed the game, Kenneth. So, all I can do is just talk about it. I cannot physically show the game, unfortunately. I wish I could. It would be a game changer. I really wish I could. Meanwhile, Hurts is going to keep it. He's going to run himself. And he's still running near the sideline. Look at Hurts. I mean, all that work in the weight room pays off, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Eagles. And so, wow, Jalen Hurts, you always see the videos of him working out, squatting, all of that and stuff like that in the weight room. And this time, it paid off on the field. The low men always win is what they tell you. And that time, Jalen Hurts, he got low. I mean, you look at that play again. He got to the sideline. He showed that he can keep, his balance near the sideline. Then he cut up, took on a defender, and, he just got low, and he moved the man in front of him. And so, wow. Not very many quarterbacks can do that. Wow. And so that is insane. Let's see. Braden says the score in your fantasy league, I have 88.86 and he has 88.46. And so will this be another game that's decided by .40 this week? But wow, great drive there by the Eagles. 7 plays, 85 yards, and about 3 minutes and 2 seconds to turn time possession off the clock. Extra point is up, and the extra point is good. And so, 21-7 is the score. Eagles over the Vikings. And so, wow, what a play by Jalen Hurts there. I mean, most quarterbacks would have went out of bounds, but not this guy. He works out, and it shows. And so, just like that, touchdown for the Eagles. And so, wow. Let's see, Mike says touchdown coming. Melissa says another Louisiana player, Scott. And so, I did not know that about Scott. Appreciate that. Andrew says, okay, so you're a Cowboys fan. Okay. And then Mike says interception gets you points. You best believe it does. Braden says, let's go, touchdown. And so Lewis says Eagles. And so, of course, Braden, the Packers fan, and Lewis, the Bears fan, they are happy with that touchdown from the Eagles. And so Kenneth says, wow, BS. And so Black Medicine says, touchdown bypasses. Melissa says, wow. Kenneth says, yes. Golf Productions got no words for that one. Mike says, touchdown Diggs. Touchdown Diggs in Buffalo. Wait a second. Are you serious? Let me check my fantasy football team. This is tremendous right here for my fantasy football team. Now, JB can actually have a chance to steal this. JB just needs probably another touchdown, maybe another 2 to keep it real. But if honestly, one more touchdown from Allen, and then JB should be good. Or if the defense can keep making plays. But wow, JB's got a chance, a real chance to win this matchup. I appreciate that. Let's see, Golf Production says, are you serious? Come on. And so Kenneth says, let's go. Mike says there's a boatload points, JB. And so Curtis, what's good with you, Curtis? How are you doing? And you say I just dropped by to say how much I can't stand the woke NFL or NBA. And so gotcha. But again, right now, currently at the commercial right now, and the score right now, Eagles 21 and the Vikings 7. And so let's see. Andrew says Stephon Diggs rushed the ball in fantasy, and so bet. Yeah, right now I am looking, and oh man, right now I can see it. I can see the path to victory. Mike says bunch more touchdowns coming. JB, let's see. Brandy says, what quarter is it right now? Because I'm not watching it. And so, yeah, right now, it is still second quarter. So we got like a minute, 58 seconds to go before the half. And so the Eagles just scored a touchdown. They're up 21-7. So the Vikings, they have all three timeouts. And they got a minute, 58 seconds to try to see if they can work that 2-minute offense here before the half. We're currently right now just about to come back from the commercial. Let's see. Kenneth says we winning. Andrew says Mike Evans did a fight with the Saints, and so that he did. All right, kickoff about to be on the way here for the Eagles, and we're about to have a return here from the Minnesota Vikings. All right, he catches it at the 3. He's moving. He's at the 10, at the 15. Goes out of bounds at about the Vikings 22-yard line, and that's where they're going to start off their offensive drive here from their own 22-yard line, trailing right now 21-7 here in the second quarter with a minute and 53 seconds to go here before the half. And so far in this one, Kirk Cousins, he is 9 of 12 for 61 yards passing and a touchdown. Meanwhile, the Vikings on the ground, 6 carries for 32 yards. Kenneth says blowout. But here we go, guys. 1st and 10 here for the Vikings. Take the snap out of the shotgun. Kirk Cousins feeling the rush. They got him. For the sack. And Kirk Cousins goes out. Now, there is a penalty that was thrown late. Let's see what they say this flag is going to be. Referees are discussing. And let's see. Did somebody perhaps grab a face mask or something like that on the sack? I feel like it has to be a face mask call here simply by when they threw the penalty during the sack. A face mask on the Eagles defense. So that's going to gift the Vikings with a first down. That time they had sacked Kirk Cousins, but Josh Rhett, number 94, they called him with the face mask during that process. So therefore, that's going to negate the sack and give the Vikings a first down to work with. So the ball will be 1st and 10 for the Vikings from their own 37-yard line. Let's see. Mike says timeout, Bills star safety Hyde hurt. Brandy says, do you think the Packers are better or the Vikings? So the Packers are the Vikings, and so I personally, right now at this point of the season, I'm leaning towards the Vikings right now, but it's still very early. I'm leaning towards the Vikings right now, though. Meanwhile, the pass there in the direction of Dalvin Cook, incomplete. Let's see. Kenneth says referees, wow, BS. But Josh Allen out there balling now, 317 yards and 4 touchdowns. Bills up 34-7. We got 2nd and 10, guys, coming up here again. Second quarter, a minute 38 seconds to go. Offense getting ready to line up here for the Vikings. All right, we got, let's see, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. They snap the ball. Eagles sending 4. Cousins in the pocket, throws it while getting hit. Deep shot, and it is dropped by Irv Smith Jr., the tight end. I don't know how you drop that, but if he holds on to that ball, that's a touchdown. He was wide open. I mean, Cousins, he threw a dime, and somehow Irv Smith, he just dropped the ball. The ball was in his hands. He dropped it. That's a video game glitch type of a drop right there. Look at that play. The defensive back timed it wrong. The ball got to him, and he dropped. It was right in his hands. It went from his hands to his stomach to his thigh to the ground. Like, how do you drop that? I have no idea. Wow, massive drop there for the Vikings. But here we go, 3rd and 10. Cousins feeling the pressure. Throws it that time, just had to throw it away. Not even near Dalvin Cook that time. 4th down coming up. Vikings will have to punt, but that is a huge drop that took place on 2nd down, ultimately keeping the Vikings from getting some points there. Wow. Wow, that was huge. That was huge. And so let's see. Braden says Mika Hyde is injured. Let's see. Andrew says video of Tom Brady was so mad in the video. I was laughing at it. I was laughing at that one too, Andrew. I was laughing at that one too. And at some point they had to tell him to cut that out. Braden says, "How could you, JB? How could I?" Kenneth says, "Come on." Let's see. Blackman says he dropped it. And so yes, he dropped it. Now the Vikings are about to punt the ball. There's 1 minute and 30 seconds left to go. Punt on the way. Let's see if we get a return here by the Eagles. And all right, it's going to take a Vikings bounce and goes out of bounds at about the, let's see where they mark it at. But it looks to me at about like the 3-yard line. And that is where. So they're going to pin them deep within their own territory. So excellent punt that time. But man, if you're a Vikings fan, you're sick to your stomach that time because that was a touchdown. That was literally dropped. And it wasn't like a quick drop either. It was like the ball was literally in his hand for some time and he just found a way to drop it. It's like he decided he did not want to do it. Wow. Wow. Last time I seen somebody make a drop like that was when Dennis Schroeder made the mistake of dropping that contract the Lakers offered him and left all that money on the table. That's the last time I seen a drop that bad, honestly. Wow. But for the Eagles, with 1 minute and 21 seconds to work with, all 3 timeouts, 1st and 10 right now, let's see what they do. All right, so from their own 5-yard line here, they're going to go 5 wide here, 4 receivers, 1 tight end. Vikings send pressure. Jalen Hurts, he's scrambling here. He's got some room to work with, and he's going to pick up about a good 9 yards on that run, taking the ball to the Eagles' 14-yard line. 2nd and 1 coming up. 1 minute and 8 seconds left to go here before the half. Again, both teams with all 3 timeouts. Let's see. Braden says, let's go. Kenneth says, yes. Brandy says, no. Golf Production says, I'm done. And so Golf says, Smith should have had that. He really should have. But here we go, guys. 2nd and 1 here for the Eagles. This time, Jalen Hurts up under center, 1 back in the backfield, 3 receivers, 1 tight end. He takes a snap, gives it to the back, and that's actually Watkins that lined up as the back. And he's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play and a 1st down here for the Eagles. 38 seconds right now, so the Eagles are going to go ahead and burn a timeout here. Want to conserve some time here, so they're going to call their first timeout. They got 2 timeouts to work with and 38 seconds here before the half. Let's see. Let's see. Brandon says shots fired. Brandon says, JB, didn't you say the Vikings were better than the Packers? And so shots fired. And so, hey, I mean, they played each other week 1, Brandon. I mean, what do you expect me to say? They played each other week 1. So we got to see physically who was better and stuff like that. The Eagles are just a good team. Let's see. Mike says it's called Calvin Benjamin in it, JB. And so, ouch. Well, certainly. Oh man, I'll leave that one alone. But Black Medicine says pick 6, and so the Bills scored again off of pick 6. Wow, wow. All right, here we go, guys. Out of the shotgun here, Jalen Hurts gonna throw it. Incomplete over the middle there. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. So again, 33 seconds here before we get to halftime. That time, Jalen Hurts threw an incompletion. The Eagles are up 21-7 right now. Eagles with 2 timeouts, Vikings with 3. There's 33 seconds left to go here before the half. Again, 2nd and 10 right now for the Eagles. Let's see. Mike says, JB, did you pick the Bills defense? And so I did start the Bills defense. I did. I had benched the Jaguars defense who had 21 points, so I'm hoping the Bills defense can get something close to that. Meanwhile, they're going to give it to Watkins out the, I'm sorry, Gainesville, Kenneth Gainesville out the backfield. And 27 seconds remaining here. The clock is stopped. Let's see who called the timeout. Looks like the Vikings called a timeout, it seems like. So Minnesota calls a timeout. That means they are being aggressive here, and they want to stop them on 3rd down and try to get one more shot here before halftime. Again, 27 seconds left to go here before the half. And so I'm just now seeing the interception here, and so that's going to help My fantasy team out, JB's fantasy team right now is balling. The odds are in JB's favor. He's already surpassed his opponent, and his opponent has no guys playing right now. So I just need the Bills defense to go out there and keep looking like they're looking right now, and JB's got this in the bag. So JB will be 4-0 in fantasy football if things stay as they are. Let's see. Black Mesa says, get Henry off the field. The season is all over. Titans are garbage. Braden says, Bills destroying the Titans. Mike says, Malik coming in, question mark. Meanwhile, for Hurts, takes a snap on 3rd and 6. Going to throw the ball there. And it's caught by Devontae Smith. And that's going to be a first down there for the Eagles. 22 seconds right now, and the Eagles call their second timeout. So the Vikings had called a timeout to try to see if they can stop them on 3rd down, but the Eagles converted, and now they called a timeout. So now with 22 seconds left to go here, the Eagles will try to see if they can find a way to at least get into field goal range here before the half. Black Medicine says Malik. I imagine that if Malik Willis came in, you would see teams come in there with 8 men in a box every time, and Derrick Henry would have even less room to operate with, I would think, with Malik Willis in there. All right, but here we go, guys. 1st and 10 again. Second quarter here, 22 seconds to go. You look at total yards. The Eagles got 304 total yards. The Vikings, they have just 93 total yards so far in the first half. All right, but here we go, guys, in the shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Hurts in the shotgun, looking, throws it. It's caught by the tight end. He gets the first down, goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And so 15 seconds remaining here for the Eagles. Again, the goal for them is to get into field goal range. Blackman says Malik on the move. How much time is left in that Buffalo game, by the way? How much? Let's see, about 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third. All right, but here we go, guys. Again, just 15 seconds right now. The ball right now currently at the 44-yard line right now of the Vikings. The Eagles have the ball here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Shotgun formation. Hurts gets the snap. And the Vikings sending forward. Throws it over the middle. And it's caught by the tight end. And he's still running to about the 20-yard line. There's 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. A timeout is called by the Eagles. They're going to get ready to line up for a field goal to try to make this a 24-7 lead over the Vikings. I will say this. As we saw earlier, like yesterday, a lot of teams got up early in the game and the other team came swarming back. So you want to get every point that's possible. That time, Jalen Hurts took a bit of a hit. All right, so here we go. With 3 seconds remaining here, so this will be the last play here before the half. The Eagles already up 21-7. This is a 38-yard field goal attempt here for the Eagles. Snap is good, hold is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So it's good there for the Eagles, and they're up 24-7 over the Vikings here at the half. 24-7. Braden says Hurts is hurting the Vikings. Andrew says the Rams lost from the Bills. Mike says first down Malik. And so Black Medicine says Malik moving the ball. And so, well, that's nice. That is nice. That is nice that they're moving the ball. That is nice. But again, right now, we're currently at the half in the score right now. Eagles up 24-7. Again, second quarter, Philly scored 17 points in the second quarter. We saw that massive drop that the Vikings had, particularly Irv Smith on that one. Massive drop on that play. You just can't do it. Justin Jefferson so far for the Vikings, 3 catches for 24 yards so far in this one. Targeted just 4 times so far today. Dalvin Cook, non-factor, 3 carries for just 3 yards. Kirk Cousins, 9 of 15 for 61 yards and a touchdown. So the offense really generating less than 100 yards total so far for the Vikings in the first half. Meanwhile, though, for the Eagles, though, Jalen Hurts, 17 of 20 for 251 yards, one touchdown, no interceptions, was sacked twice. And so, but what I will say is that last week against the Detroit Lions, the Eagles jumped out to a big lead, but then Detroit came storming back late in the game to make it a lot closer. So, and we've seen a bunch of teams, that was down big come back. So, there's still a whole second half to play, is all I'm saying. It could be nasty, or we could have a game later on, but this one's not over by a long shot. By a long shot. All right, let's see what you guys are saying right now in the chat. Um, let's see. All right, so Andrew says one time I had on my court, I was a small court, and you was dumped by your dad, and so let's see. Brandon says Malik Willis is coming in. Mike says Malik in. Blackman says Malik on the move. First down Malik. Andrew says the Rams lost from the Bills. Brandon says Hurts is hurting the Vikings. Blackman says moving ball. Malik moving the ball. Andrew says, I was at the Eagles game, go against the Jets. Okay, bet. Brandy says, is it halftime now? And so, yes, Brandy, it is currently halftime right now. It is halftime. And again, the score right now, Eagles 24, Vikings 7. And so, let's see. Blackman says, never mind, Malik just got murdered. Lewis says, good first half. So, Malik, so, I'm sorry. Lewis likes that. He likes that. And again, you said you took the over in this one, but what was the over at in this one, Lewis? Remind me. And meanwhile, looking at the Eagles, though, if you started Miles Sanders, he's got 7 carries for 29 yards. He's also got 2 catches, no yards here. Jalen Hurts, 7 carries, 50 yards. Also 2 rushing touchdowns as well. And so pretty big there. So a total of 3 touchdowns. And so, let's see, Andrew says, Ben 23, so rigged. And so, but yes, currently right now at the half right now. And so again, I see that Buffalo game. The Bills have the ball. They're up 41-7 right now. That's what it looks like. Absolutely. And so we will look ahead though to week 3. And so, give me 1 second. Okay, so you say you picked it at 42. Okay, bet. Appreciate that. Meanwhile, since we're at the half right now, so we got some time to kill here. So let's see. All right, so I'm going to ask you guys, who do you guys have here for each of these teams? All right, poll question is up. So who do you guys like between the Steelers and the Browns? Again, that's going to be the game that we will be streaming on Thursday. But who do you guys like in that one between the Steelers and the Browns? All right, so far 2 votes. Vote for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And again, that game is down in Cleveland. If that matters. Black Medicine says backup for the Bills. And so, ooh. Well, I mean, as of right now, as long as Buffalo's defense continues to go out there and stand strong, I'm good. But does it mean, or does it feel like that game is just taking a long time to finish right now? But yeah, so you say they put in the backups right now. That's not great. That's not great. It's not great at all. I got to hold on to my lead somehow, some way. One more touchdown from Josh Allen would have been great. All right, let's see right now. Okay, so we did get a vote here for the Browns. All right, Steelers are up 71-29. Okay, we'll give it another minute before we go on to the next poll here. So don't forget to get your vote in there. Who you got, Steelers or Browns? Andrew says, are you happy the Steelers win against the Bengals? And so, I mean, I did project the Steelers to beat the Bengals there. I feel like the Bengals, I don't necessarily think they have a Super Bowl hangover. It's just I saw how they looked at times throughout the regular season, and the Steelers got a good defense. They got a good defense. It was unfortunate for them that TJ Watt got hurt and stuff like that, but I figured that would be a game that would be close. And based upon from what I saw from the Steelers, I thought that they would win a close one. Bengals had opportunities, but the Steelers ended up winning that one. So good for them. Good for them. Mike says Allen done. And so all I got left is just the Bills defense. And I need them to hold on right now. Don't give up any touchdowns. If they can just not give up any touchdowns, I'll be good. I'll be good to go. So right now, it all comes down to the Bills defense. But Allen did his part. I could have used one more touchdown from him, though. But Bills defense, don't fail me now. But appreciate that update there, Mike. With Allen being done, I just need the game to be done. I wish they would have played him for at least half of the fourth quarter. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this one. So majority have the Steelers winning that matchup. Okay. Ooh, this next one. And again, we're still right now at halftime. So if you're just tuning in, we're not missing any of the action right now. The Eagles are up 24-7, and we are at the half. Let's see. All right, so let's see. Jay says definitely Packers, Brandy. Let's see. Brandy says, "Do you think the Buccaneers are better than are the Packers?" And so, yeah, I gotta go with the Buccaneers. Gotta go with the Buccaneers there because every time I've seen those two teams match up against each other, it's just been Buccaneers have been dominating that right there. They've just got, especially when they're healthy. Especially when they're healthy. For right now, I feel like the Packers, they'll be a better team as the season goes on. Well, not better than the Buccaneers, but just a better team in general as the season goes on. Once those rookies start coming along and like they're helping Aaron Rodgers out even more, because I like the Packers defense. I do like their defense. It's just I'm giving them some time for their young guys to start coming along. And as the season goes on, you'll start to see more and more Packers love coming from JB in terms of just their projection. Because every year I'm always vouching the Packers when it comes to in the playoffs, and they always let me down and stuff like that. But as the season goes on, I think Green Bay will improve as a team when those receivers come, improve. Let's see. Black Manson says the bypassers are going to win. Masterful comeback. Let's see. Brandy says definitely Packers what? And so Kenneth says Patriots is a good team. Appreciate that, Kenneth. And so, all right. So 4 votes so far, and right now we're leaning towards the Patriots with that one over the Ravens. And so, okay, bet. Let's see. Jay says, in my opinion, I think the Packers are better because of Rodgers. And so, okay, that's fair. That is fair. Football changes from week to week, and so does JB's projection. So they'll change from week to week. Best believe that. Best believe that. But yeah, football is week to week. Let's see. Brandy says, Jay, the Buccaneers have Tom Brady. I will say this though, if Mike Evans is suspended, that's a major loss right there, especially if Chris Godwin's still hurt and stuff like that. So right now they got a lot of injuries right now at wide receiver. Obviously no Gronk and stuff like that, but the team still has the heart of a champion, and so they're a tough out for anybody. Kenneth says he's dead. Jay says, but yes, Buccaneers have a better defense and weapons on offense. And so Kenneth says dead. Andrew says, "Oh, but like I like do you play Madden 23?" And so I have Madden 23, Andrew, but I haven't played it since I first purchased it. I played it like one time, and then after that, I immediately was like, "Okay, I've had enough." And then after that, haven't played it since. Haven't played it since. Like I've probably been sleeping way too much and all like that. Sleeping way too much. JB's got a lot of side projects going on, so when JB's not streaming and stuff like that, JB's if he's not working, he's doing a lot of side projects, and so yeah. Let's see. Black Medicine says, "How impressed are you with the coaching staff down at the Fighting Tune?" And so, let's see. Jay says, "Do you have Series X, JB?" And so that I do. I do. Yes, that I do. Absolutely, JB does. And so again, still right now at the half, but yeah, you guys keep me up to date with that Buffalo game because right now, for fantasy purposes, I just need the Buffalo defense to not give up any points. Right now, I'm currently up by like 4.40 points, so 4.48 points right now in my league in my matchup. Again, I started off at like a 22% chance to win. Now it's at 94. I just need Tennessee to not have any offense the rest of the game, and everything is good. That's all I'm asking for. But yes, Jay, I do. Let's see. Jay says, "Did you order yours online or did you find it in the store?" So yeah, I got mine off the store. I got mine off the store. Let's see. Kenneth says, "JB, you could be a sweat." Let's see. Black Medicine says, "Yeah, JB has the trash box," and so that is not the case at all. That is not the case. Don't know the dislike of it. Don't know the dislike of it. I just have a preference for the Xbox. It's just that simple. JB's just had a preference for the Xbox. But again, still right now, currently at halftime. Let's see. We're all tied up, though, right now at 50% for the Ravens, 50% for the Patriots right now. And so, let's see. But right now, currently at the commercial right now. Let's see. Andrew says, I have a puppy. And so, really, Andrew, what type of puppy you got? And how old is your puppy? Jay says you can't find one anywhere near you. And so, oh man, Jay. Oh man, Jay. I mean, I got mine like a while ago. All right, but we're getting ready to get back to the start of the third quarter soon. All right, let's see. I'll go ahead and call this poll here. So we'll just have it at a tie. That is cool. We'll just have it at a tie. Let's see. All right, so Black Mesa says Neo just entered the chat. Brandy says go Vikings. Kenneth says finally. And so that's right. We're getting ready to get the kickoff going here. Mike says need a mod, JB. And then Jay says goodbye, spam. And so there it is. JB is the mod. Andrew says Madden 23 is so rigged because when you drop the ball, if it fumbles, it's on the ground. That doesn't count, right? And so there you go. So Brandy says Vikings. All right, let's get this one going. So the Vikings will get the football first. They will get the football first. Right now they're getting ready to tee things off here for the kickoff. And let's get things on the way. All right, kickoff is on the way. Mike says Malik into Bill's territory. That's not good, Mike. Meanwhile, here for the Vikings at the 20. Oh, made some Eagles miss, but they get them. And so that is where they're going to start off here with the football from their own 20. Trailing right now 24-7. So let's say they look on the first drive. If you're the Vikings, you want to come out firing offensively and try to score a touchdown on this opening drive here. And let's see how things play out, though. Can they go ahead and get this offense cranked up in the second half? They're going to need more from guys like Dalvin Cook. Going to need more from Justin Jefferson. You need your stars right now to be stars. All right, but let's see how it goes. All right, so here we go, guys. Shotgun. Cousins going to hand the ball off to Cook. Cook off the left side, cuts up, and going to fight for it for 5 yards on the play. Now we got 2nd and 5 coming up here. So 2nd and 5 coming up here for the Minnesota Vikings. So 2nd and 5 coming up again. The first drive right now of the third quarter. And again, the score right now, Eagles up 24-7. But the Vikings here with the football trying to add to their total so far. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes a snap. Cousins in the pocket. Looking, throws it. It's caught by Justin Jefferson. Shakes off one guy. And he's going to pick up the first down there. Takes the ball all the way to the Minnesota 34-yard line. Now we got 1st and 10 here from the 34-yard line. And so that time he was able to find Justin Jefferson there. Medium-sized route there, and he was able to do the rest and pick up some extra yards there. Picked up 10 yards and a first. So now Cousins up under center. Receiver goes in motion, takes a snap, play fake. Cousins in the pocket, guys around his ankle, throws it, caught by Osborne. And Osborne picks up a good 10, 11 yards on that play and a first down here for Minnesota. So back-to-back first downs here. Moving the ball. Let's see. Kenneth says JB is a hacker. That is not it. That is not the case. Mike says fumble. Lewis says Malik. Jay says, what's your favorite network to watch NFL JB? I actually really like the Prime video coverage. And so I'm getting used to the Prime video coverage there. But my only thing about that is that I know it's hard for Mr. JB to watch it. Well, actually, he can't watch it and stuff like that. So he's not able to watch Thursday night football games, when it's actually on Prime and stuff like that. But I mean, I guess favorite network, I guess I would lean towards maybe ESPN perhaps. Lewis says poor kid. Brandy says I think the Eagles gonna win. Kenneth says JB is a hacker. That's not the case. But here we go, guys. First and 15. So there was, let's see, a penalty there. First and 15 for the Vikings. They snap the ball out of the shotgun. Cousins looking, throws. It's caught by the tight end. And he's going to fall forward there to midfield. So now we got 2nd and 4 coming up. So 2nd and 4 coming up. 2nd and 4 coming up. Let's see. Andrew says, I'm watching NFL drinking Coke. And so Jay says, try a Coke with peanuts. Andrew, Mike says, Bills game winding down. That's a positive sign. All right, but 2nd and 4, 2nd and 4. Again, 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. Adam Thielen goes in motion. They're going to get the ball to Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook up the middle. Nice move there by Dalvin Cook. I believe that was Darius Slay Jr. that he juked like that. But he got the first down there. Picked up 6 yards on the play. First down, fresh set of downs to work with here. All right, so here we go, guys. 1st and 10. Again, this time Cousins up under center. Adam Thielen goes in motion. Trips towards the bottom of the formation here. They're making adjustments. One back in the backfield. Again, Cousins up under center. Takes a snap. Play fake. Cousins looking. He's going to throw it to Cook. Cook wide open by himself. Gets the first down and then some. Dalvin Cook picked up 14 yards on that reception. Now we got 1st and 10 at Philly's 30-yard line. Again, so far in this drive, you got 6 plays, 49 yards, and let's see what happens from here on out. Mike says, you can stream free on Twitch on phone, JB. And then let's see, Jay says, yeah, Prime Video really makes it difficult for older folks to watch it. Jay says, my grandparents were very upset they couldn't watch the Kansas City game last week. Meanwhile, Cousins throws it over the middle, and Jefferson gets the first down, picked up 11 yards on the play. Let's see. Andrew says, do you think you could win Dalvin Cook or sorry, who do you think could win, Dalvin Cook or Derrick Henry? And so, that is great. I would go with, that's a good question, but I probably would go with Derrick Henry because Dalvin Cook has burnt me a couple times in fantasy football, I'm not going to lie. But Derrick Henry. All right, but here we go, guys. 1st and 10. Again, the ball right now at the 19-yard line of the Eagles. So the Vikings, they've been moving the ball here their first drive since halftime. Cousins takes the snap here out of the shotgun in the pocket, throws it, and this time it's caught by Madison out the backfield. Makes a couple guys miss, works really hard to get back to the line of scrimmage. And so 2nd and 10 coming up here again from the 19-yard line of the Eagles. So far, 8 plays, 60 yards, and about 4 minutes and 29 seconds turn time possession off the clock. Let's see. Jovi says, just found your feed. Don't have TV access. Thanks for your commentary. Hey, I appreciate you, Jovi. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming through. Absolutely appreciate that. Andrew says, I will subscribe to every channel. And so appreciate that, Andrew. And so, but here we go, guys. 2nd and 10. So we got 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Shotgun formation. Cousins gets it. Defense all around him. He throws it. Got hit. And he threw a pick. He threw a pick. He threw a pick to Darius Slay, who takes it to the 19-yard line. There is a penalty, but the penalty looked like it came after the interception. So the Eagles defense get the pick, but let's see what the referees are going to call here. But man, that's an interception. Gives the ball to James Harden. Penalty was holding against the offense anyway, so it doesn't matter. It is going to be Eagles with the turnover that time. Wow. Wow. Braden says he lost in fantasy. He said, let's go. Wow. Give credit where credit is due. We talked about it all off season long. We talked about what team won the off season this off season, and it was apparently the Eagles. And look at them go. That time, Darius Slay. I mean, was there miscommunication between Cousins and the receiver? Because that time it looked like he was trying to throw the ball to Darius Slay. It's like he thought that that was his receiver. Honestly, it seemed like the receiver actually went the other direction. But nevertheless, it was intended for Justin Jefferson, but picked off. So wow, wow. Let's see. Jay says, "Oh man, Vikings are struggling. I'm shocked." And so Brandon says, I thought It's the same for me. I did not expect them to come out and struggle like this. Even if the Eagles won, I didn't think it was going to be a struggle like this either way. But man, I mean, shout out to the Eagles right now. They're putting in work. They are putting in work. But right now, we're currently at the commercial right now, which gives me time for this question right here. Gives me time for this question right here. All right, so who you guys got in this one? Let's see. Lewis says Cousins never wins on primetime games, and so you know what, Lewis? That might have been a factor that I may have left out of consideration right there. But man, this is tough. This is tough to watch. Let's see. Jay says this season is already crazy, and we're only in week 2. And so, yes, that's what we love about the NFL season. You ask me what's the biggest difference between college football and the NFL? Well, I love both sports. I love both sports evenly. They're both fun. But one of the advantages for the NFL, every week, every game is a fight. Regardless if your team is undefeated, regardless if your team is 4-4, whatever, it's a fight, and everybody can go out there and compete. Meanwhile, in college football, there are certain games when you see them on your schedule, it's like, oh, we're going to steamroll this opponent. And you have to wait really till about week 4 before you start seeing a lot more of the quality games and stuff like that. All right, let's see. Jay says he's choosing the Colts, so I don't jinx it. All right, so golf productions. So golf, I feel your pain right now. Believe me, I do. I do. All right, but here we go, guys, for Jalen Hurts and the offense here from their own 19-yard line. Throws a quick pass there to the tight end. The tight end lowers his shoulders and bulldozes for 8 yards on the play. Now we got 2nd and 2 coming up here from the Eagles. Let's see, 27-yard line. Again, fresh off that turnover right there, in which Darius Slay Jr., who says this man is not an all-pro cornerback. Golf says he can't right now. He's beyond mad. Andrew says he was getting bullied in school today. And so, oh, man, absolutely hate that, Andrew. Absolutely hate that, man. Absolutely hate that. For real. And so, absolutely. Meanwhile, Jalen Hurts on the move, throws it in the direction of A.J. Brown, but incomplete. Incomplete. That time, pressure was around him. He threw the ball, gave this guy a chance, but incomplete. So now we got 3rd and 2 coming up. 3rd and 2 coming up. Meanwhile, I see the Buffalo game still got about 6 minutes and 52 seconds left to go. That one's already been decided. But for my fantasy football purposes, I need Tennessee not to score the rest of the way. But 3rd and 2 coming up right now for the Eagles. Again, they're up 24-7 here in the 3rd quarter with 9 minutes and 16 seconds to go. Trips towards the top of the formation, takes the snap. You're going to give the ball to Miles Sanders. And Miles Sanders, he'll get the first down before he stopped. Picked up about 4 yards on that carry. So now you got 1st and 10 here from the Eagles' 31-yard line. And as this game goes on, you got to think about the amount of time the Eagles have spent on offense in this entire game. At some point, the defense, I mean, you're losing. Fatigue's going to start kicking in, all that stuff. So this is tough here for the Vikings. They're in a tough spot right now. Let's see, Mike says, JB, I gave you a thumbs up. Appreciate that, Mike. Appreciate that. And you too, Kenneth. Appreciate you guys. But yeah, Andrew, absolutely hate to hear that for sure. Hate to hear that, guys, for sure. Meanwhile, Hurts going to get the ball up the middle there to Sanders, and Sanders going to pick up 6 yards on the play. We've got coming up 2nd and 4 here at the Philadelphia 37-yard line. And so Brandy too. Appreciate that, Brandy. And so let's see, Andrew's not happy right now. All right, let's see. All right, so right now we're facing 2nd and 4 right now for the Eagles from their own 37-yard line right now. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. They snap the ball, gives it to the back. Sanders up the middle. Sanders finding some room and takes the ball all the way to the Philly 47-yard line there. Nice pickup of 10 yards on the play. Went off the left guard on that play. Let's see. Andrew says he's so mad it was incomplete. Lewis says, hope Eagles better not take their foot off the gas. Points, points, points. Kenneth says no bullies. And so, yeah, definitely despise bullies. Despise bullies. Meanwhile, Hurts throws it. It's caught by Devontae Smith. So let's see what kind of a game Devontae Smith has had so far in this one. And so, Devontae Smith so far, 6 catches for 68 yards. And so, but again, here in the third quarter with about 7 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And again, the Eagles up 24-7. And so far in terms of total yards, the Eagles 379 and the Vikings 158 so far. 2nd and 6 though. Here in the third quarter with 6 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Out of the shotgun here for the Eagles. Hurts gets the snap in the pocket. Throws it. It's caught. A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown stops on the dime. Now he's running again. He's still running. Heading towards the sideline. Past the 30. 25-yard line. Taking it all to bounds at about the Minnesota Vikings 26-yard line there. A.J. Brown picking up 23 yards on that reception. What was a short pass, A.J. Brown did the rest. You ask me why Tennessee is struggling? Well, a large part of that is that they don't have this man no more. This man was very huge for them. The importance that he had in the passing game was tremendous for them. They certainly miss him. Let's see. Andrew says that he was on his phone in school and got to saw an Instagram thing that your dad made. You was watching it on and in school, and then you was, let's see, you was the Karen school, and it was sad. It was a sad story that your dad made, and so, oh man. Kenneth says bullies are dumb. I agree with that. Meanwhile, there is a penalty here. All right, so false start here against the Eagles here. So they were driving the ball, but false start against the Eagles offense here, number 68 there. And so that's going to back them up 5 yards here. So now we got 1st and 15 coming up here from the Vikings, 31-yard line. Again, so far in this drive, 7 plays, 50 yards in about 3 minutes and 45 seconds in terms of time possession off the clock. Let's see. Mike says, Hurts is the real deal. I'm about to watch. Black Medicine says, keep your head up, Andrew. Bullies are just losers who wear their grandma's panties in private. And so, wow. Where we go out of the shotgun here. Hurts throws it. It's caught again by A.J. Brown, taking it to the 19-yard line here of the Vikings. So now we got 2nd and 3 coming up. So far in the drive, 8 plays, 62 yards in over 4 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. Leslie Lewis says the Eagles team can be dangerous. And so, yes, very dangerous. I'm sure somewhere 80s right now is smiling right now at his team. Quez Watkins goes in motion. Fakes the ball to the back here. And so Jalen Hurts trying to make some guys miss, but ended up having to slide to avoid the big hit. But he did lose about 2 yards on that play. But I'd rather see him get down here, avoid taking a massive hit. So 3rd down coming up here. 3rd and 10 at the Vikings 26-yard line. Again, here in the third quarter with 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. And the Eagles up 24-7 over the Vikings. Kenneth says, JB, I did like and subscribe. So, hey, I appreciate that, Kenneth, and welcome to JB Nation. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. Appreciate that. All right, but here we go, guys. 3rd and 5. Now, there is a penalty. False start again against the Eagles right now. So, another false start. So, now we're going to be looking at 3rd and 10 right now from the Vikings' 26-yard line. Again, Eagles still up 24-7. Trying to get the first points here of the second half. Let's see. Mike says Bills versus Eagles Super Bowl. And so, what do you guys think about that? Bills versus Eagles? Because I was trying to decide what team do I like in the NFC. If the Eagles are going to play like this, I like it. I like it. Meanwhile, Hurts He's going to scramble. Now, he does slide to avoid the hit there. He picked up 4 yards, needed 10, picked up 4, but they are in field goal range. So now we got 4th and 6 coming up here from the Vikings, 22-yard line. They're up 24-7 right now here in the third quarter with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. And so that time, nobody was open, so Hurts just ran, picked up 4 yards, and now we got this special teams unit about to come out here for the Eagles and try to tack on 3 points. Let's see, Kenneth says, whoa, whoa, and Lewis says, welcome, Kenneth. And so Kenneth says, thank you. Braden says, no. 41-yard field goal attempt. Let's see. It is blocked. It is blocked. And the Vikings pick it up. And it's a foot race. And, oh, he got tripped up. Who tripped him up? Was that the punter? Wow. What is this guy's speed? But what could have been a touchdown there, luckily for their sake, the holder was able to run him down there. But, man, that's a massive play in favor of the Minnesota Vikings. So just when you think that the Eagles are about to get an easy 3 points here, they kick it, and it is blocked. Big-time block. They say big-time players make big-time plays. And how about that? And that's Peterson making a play for the Vikings. He laid it all on the line. But still, though, I want to know, how did 29 not take that one to the house? Now, the ball right now is on the Eagles' 30-yard line after that play. Special teams play to add some life here for the Vikings, who trail this one 24-7. But they said, nah, we're not going to give up a field goal. We're going to keep fighting. Let's see if this changes things. Let's see. Lewis says, take it, run. Kenneth says, how? Goff says, it's just the same defense, though, just blitz. All right, here we go. This time, Kirk Cousins up under center. Going to give it to Dalvin Cook off the right side. Still moving. And he's going to pick up 3 yards on the carry, taking it all the way to the 27-yard line of the Eagles. If you're the Vikings, you've been gifted a gift right now. But can you cash in on the gift? They gave you the gift card, but it means nothing if you don't take it to the store and use it. Right now, they've got to cash in on it. Let's see if they can. Let's see, Andrew says, thanks, Black Medicine. You're such a good game for the Eagles. And then Goff says, yes. And Braden says, screw bullies, even though I bullied JB about Eli Manning. Oh, man. Here we go, guys. 2nd and 7. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Out of the shotgun. Cousins has it. Looking. They're trying to run a screen, but it's not going to work because the Eagles read that one like a book. They said, nah, not going to happen. I mean, that was the most obvious screen ever. I mean, I hadn't seen a screen so obvious since I was playing NCAA football 2013 and stuff like that, where you can easily see when the screen's happening. That is like, wow. And they tried to throw a smoke screen by putting Justin Jefferson in the backfield, but man, Eagles defense read that one. Goff says yes, and so Kenneth, his mind is blown right now. He cannot believe it, but 3rd and 7 coming up here. 3rd down and 7. So far on 3rd downs, Kirk Cousins is 1 of 5 for 3rd downs. Can he improve that? Here we go, shotgun. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Snaps the ball. Eagles sending 5. Pressure up the middle. Cousins throws it, and it is picked. It is picked. It is picked. And so, wow, what an interception by Maddox and the defense. And so Kirk Cousins does it again, turns the ball over, and wow. Wow. Braden says, let's go. Lewis says, geesh. But that time, 29, he went airborne on that one. He went airborne on that one. And an interception and a turnover, and it will be the Eagles football from their own 15-yard line. That time they were able to make a play off their own mistake that they made earlier. They more than made up for it. How about that? Eagles up 24-7 here in the third quarter with 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go. And when we come back from the commercial, it will be Eagles with the football. Wow. And so Braden says Monday night Kirk Cousins strikes again. Kenneth says, sheesh. And let's see, Braden says Maddox got hops. And so, yes, he does. If this was NBA Live, they would call him a higher flyer for sure. Man went up there. Went up there. It was like in slow motion, too. Big time play. Big time play. As for the Vikings, a missed opportunity. And that's the theme for today. You think about when Irv Smith Jr. dropped that wide open touchdown. You think about the fact that you blocked the kick, but yet you let what looked like the punter run you down and all like that. What could have been a touchdown, and now you end up not scoring because the offense ends up, not doing it. If those things work out in your favor, we're looking at a different game. But that being said, what actually happened, the Eagles went in there and put in work. That ball was intended for Adam Thielen. How has Adam Thielen done today? Well, Adam Thielen has not done anything so far today. I'm so glad I did not draft him in fantasy football. He's been like MIA. Has anybody seen Adam Thielen? Goff says, you know what? I'm done. And so, oh man, that's tough right there, Goff. That is tough. I mean, everybody remove all the tablets and all like that away from Goff Productions right now. I get it. That's very tough. I get it. Mike says he's rooting the Eagles, JB, and so Mike now wants to go ahead and clarify he's rooting for the Eagles. Okay, bet. Kenneth says call Eagles fly. Mike says poor new age, and so yeah, pretty poor. But through 10 votes, we currently have a tie right now in terms of who you got between the Chiefs and the Colts right now. So at 50% each right now. So I'll go ahead and get ready to end this poll. I'll leave it up there for another minute for anybody else that wants to come in and break the tie. Andrew says, sheesh. Let's see. Andrew says, I was so nice, I'm not going to lie. I'm sorry, it was so nice, I'm not going to lie. And so, yes, but getting ready to come back from the commercial right now. All right, so that one will end at 50% through 10 votes. Goff says, come on, let's pull a fourth quarter Dolphins. Kenneth says, we fly. Here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here from the Eagles from their own 15-yard line. Vikings look like they're going to send some pressure here. Let's see if they do. Vikings send 5. Hurts dumps it off to the back. Sanders has to get by a man, and he's going to pick up about 6 yards on the play. Again, nice dump off in the backfield there, and Sanders did the rest for 6 yards. Now we got 2nd and 4 coming up. 2nd and 4 coming up. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Brandon says, I would talk trash, but the Vikings beat us last week, so. All right, but here we go, guys. Shotgun formation. You got trips towards the top of the formation here. One tight end. They snap the ball, give it to the back, up the middle, and Sanders is going to pick up about a good, let's see what they mark him at. Is it 4 or 5 yards? Do they give him the first? Looks to me like he was just shy, and he is just shy. It's 3rd and 1 coming up. So 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Eagles. A minute 30 left to go here in the third quarter, and the Eagles still leading this one 24-7. Nobody has scored since halftime. But now Hurts up under center, quarterback sneak, and he's going to pick it up. I mean, that's the obvious call. You saw how close he was to the line there, and you know how strong those legs are from all those squats that he's been doing throughout the offseason. So makes sense to call that quarterback sneak. First fresh new set of downs. He picked up 2 yards on the quarterback keeper. All right, let's see. Meanwhile, while we have a minute, 48 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. All right, so now they're going to go 5 wide here for the Eagles. Right now, they are at their own 26-yard line. Hurts gets the snap, throws it. It is completed there to Boston Scott. He's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play, 2-3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 33 seconds left to go in the third quarter of play. 2nd and 8 coming up from the Eagles' 28-yard line. Again, just 25 seconds here until the end of the third quarter. Let's see if they run one more play. Let's see. Kenneth says, me and my dad, we about to go to Philly, but soon. And so, okay, bet. Andrew says, I was getting on somebody, trying to hit somebody, tried to fight you in school. And so basically you were standing up for somebody. And so, oh, man. I can only imagine what school is like these days. But that's the end of the third quarter. And at the end of the third quarter, the Eagles leading 24-7 and with the football. And so James Harden in the building. And, hey, I guess it's good luck. And so we will, when we come back, it will be the start of the fourth quarter. But just to recap so far in this one, for Jalen Hurts, if you started him in fantasy football, you're happy right now. He's 23 of 27 for 306 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, and also on the ground, 9 carries for 56 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, putting him at a total of 3 touchdowns throughout the day. That's going to get you some good numbers right there in fantasy football. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, Kirk Cousins, well, you're not as happy if you are the Vikings right now. 15 to 24, 415 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Meanwhile, on the ground for the Vikings, Dalvin Cook, 6 carries for 17 yards. He's also got 3 catches for 15 yards as well. Kirk Cousins got 1 carry for 7 yards. Jalen Reagor, 1 carry for 17 yards. Alexander Matterson, 1 carry for 5 yards. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, Miles Sanders, 11 carries, 52 yards. Boston Scott, he's got you 3 carries for 18 yards. And Kenneth Gainwell, he's got you 2 carries for 7 yards as well. And so receiving wise though, A.J. Brown, 4 catches, 65 yards. Devontae Smith, 6 catches, 68 yards. Dallas Goedert, he's got 5 catches for 82 yards. And Quez Watkins, he's got you 2 catches, 69 yards. And he's got the touchdown from Jalen Hurts earlier in the game. All right, let's see. Andrew says, okay, so Lewis says need a pick 6. So Lewis says he just needs some points. He just needs some points. Kenneth says he's about to get a girlfriend. And so, hey, that's big time. That is big time. That is big time. Hey. And again, just 1 quarter left to play. Nobody scored in the 3rd quarter. The difference in this game really came in the 2nd quarter. The Eagles outscored the Vikings 17-7 in the 2nd quarter, and the Eagles were the only team that scored in the 1st quarter. Again, nobody scored in the 3rd quarter. The Vikings, they had blocked the field goal in the 3rd, but was unable to capitalize and turned it back over themselves. And now the Eagles here with the football to start things off in the 4th, and the mission is simple for the Eagles. Run that clock as much as you can. And this team is built to do just that. Andrew says everybody hates you in school. And so, man. And so, man. I mean, all I can say is that definitely brighter days will be ahead, especially once you get through with school and stuff like that. Kids sometimes can be very immature in school and all like that. And I do hate that. I absolutely do hate that and stuff like that. And so, that was definitely something that back when I was in school, definitely made sure that if I seen any of that happening, just made sure that that did not happen and stuff like that. And so I feel like everybody's got that responsibility to look out for each other, especially at school. We're all supposed to be there for an education, have fun, all that stuff. These are the days you're going to always remember later on. Meanwhile, Jalen Hurts completes the pass there to Devontae Smith, takes it to the 40-yard line of the Eagles. That's going to be a first down, a pickup of 12 yards on the play. And so Devontae Smith way more engaged in this game than the last. That's another reception for him. 7 catches for 80 yards so far. But here we go, guys. 1st and 10. They're going to go 5 wide here for the Eagles. Hurts gets the snap in the pocket. Looking, moving. Gonna throw it deep. And that is going to be completed by Watkins. But there is a penalty. There's a penalty. So I think this is going to come back. It looks like offensive holding based upon where they threw the penalty at. Let's see. So holding on the offense right there. Holding on the offense. And so once again, this is number 68, Jordan. Another penalty against him. He's had his work cut out for him. Trying to go one-on-one versus Hunter. That's not an easy guy to try to stop him from getting to the quarterback. But that time, got called for holding. So now the Eagles are faced with 1st and 20 right now. 1st and 20. All right, so here we go, guys. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back in the backfield. Takes a snap. Looking, throws it quickly, caught by A.J. Brown. Receivers are blocking for him, and he's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. So 2nd and 16 coming up here from the Philly 34-yard line. Again, if I'm Philly right now, I'm going up to the line, melting this clock as much as I can between each and every snap. But you still want to continue to move the ball for right now because 13 minutes and 40 seconds to go. A lot of things can happen. Jesse Lewis says, man, Eagles need to clean up their offense. Too many flags. Black Medicine says, always be nice to the kids at school who dress up every day in black. And so Black Medicine out here giving life lessons. But here we go, guys. Out of the shotgun here. 2nd and 16 for the Eagles. Hurst gets the snap. Going to give it to the back on the draw. Off the right side. And so Sanders will go out of bounds off the right side. Picked up about 2 yards on the play. So now we got 3rd and 14 coming up for the Eagles from their own 36-yard line. And so let's see. Old says, "Did you watch Mr. Kraft in the locker room? He was nothing but love to KB." And so I seen that he got the game ball and stuff like that. His 500th game right there. So that was for Mr. Kraft. And so let's see. Andrew says, "And like people in my class are so they're gonna get some weapons from home." And so, oh man, that is awful. I mean, I hope that is not the case. I really hope that is not the case. But here we go, guys. 3rd and 14. Hurts in the pocket, dumps it short, caught by Watkins. And so fighting forward, still fighting forward. I'm sorry, I said Watkins there. That was Gainsborough, Kenneth Gainsborough there with the reception. He picked up 11 yards, so not enough for the first down, but he gave it his best shot. He gave it his best shot. That's the effort of a guy who's telling the coach, "Hey, I want more playing time." And so, let's see. Blackman says, "Okay, we're going to talk about sports now." So we got the punt team coming up here for the Eagles. 12 minutes to go here in the 4th. Again, 4th and 3. Punts on the way. Caught at about the 7. Right now trying to make something happen, moving around, and all of that, and he probably got back to around the 7 or 8 yard line. And so great special teams coverage there by the Eagles. They are soaring high in this one. Again, they're up 24-7. Let's see. All right, but so far in this one, let's see. All right, so let's see. Is the Buffalo game finalized already? Okay, so the Buffalo game is finalized, and so that means that JB's team pulled off the upset today, and we are sitting good. The Bills did just enough for JB's team to win his matchup, so JB is happy. JB is happy about that. JB is happy about that. All right, let's see. So far at the poll, though, we've got... All right, so we got the Saints right now at 75%. Okay. So I'll go ahead and up. We just had another vote come in here. So another one for the Panthers here. Lewis says boring second half. All right. So I'll go ahead and end it here for that one. Mike says go JB. And so, all right, let's see who we got next. But yeah, JB's now currently I'm 4-0 throughout the course of my 2 leagues that I'm in. 4-0. That is massive. But I did not expect to win this one. But I'm so thankful I did. All right, let's see. So who we got next? All right, so I'm looking for the next team to put up there. So, oh, this will be interesting right here. All right, so let me know who you got in this one. Do you got the Texans or the Bears? Mike says, why do you have to ask with Basic Baker? Mike says, you got Allen, and so you're right. Allen came through for me again, carried the team on his back, and saved us once again. Let's see. Blackman says, I had the more impressive comeback, though. Mike says the Bears. All right, so two votes so far. So 1 for the Texans, 1 for the Bears. I know where Lewis is voting. All right, and again, getting ready to get back to the action here soon. Mike says the Bears. Lewis says Bears. And again, just a reminder, the next stream will be on Thursday, and so that's right, and I know that one's going to be on Prime Video, and I will be streaming that one, the Pittsburgh Steelers on the road against the Cleveland Browns. Both teams 1-1. Meanwhile, Kirk Cousins, 1st and 10, on the move, directing traffic, and ultimately has to throw the ball away because nobody's open. Now 2nd and 10 coming up, but there is a penalty. There is a penalty. Lewis says pick 6 coming, and Lewis is like, he just needs some points right now. All right, so eligible receiver downfield, so that penalty is going to be against the Vikings there. So move them back 5 yards, move them back 5 yards. So now 1st and 15 here. Yeah, 1st and 15 from the Vikings 5-yard line, their own 5-yard line. They're trailing 24-7. Here in the fourth quarter, 11 minutes and 42 seconds to go. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun, takes the snap. Cousins looking, throws it. Incomplete. Incomplete. Yet another drop by a tight end. Braden says Bears and Packers hating the Vikings. Braden says I'm a combined 1-5 in all 3 of my leagues. I'm not well in fantasy this year, and so ouch, Braden, ouch, ouch. Here we go, guys. 2nd and 15. Shotgun formation here. 4 receivers, 1 tight end. They snap the ball here. Cousins looking, throws it. It is caught by Adam Thielen, his first reception of the game. And that's going to be a pickup of 6 yards on the play. So now we got 3rd down coming up. Again, here in the fourth quarter with 11 minutes and 20 seconds to go. In the fourth. 3rd and 10. Vikings have their work cut out for him here in the fourth quarter. They got to make lightning start to happen if they're going to try to make this interesting. Shotgun formation here, 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Cousins gets the snap, Eagles sending 4. Cousins looking, throws it, and it's going to be completed again to Adam Thielen. So now it looks like he's trying to make up for ignoring this man for 3 quarters and throwing it to him back-to-back times. Andrew says, I'm just going to ask you this mess last week. The Packers won, and so that they did this week against the Bears. All right, but here we go, guys. Out of the shotgun, Cousins looking, throws it. Oh, almost intercepted. Darius Slay Jr. with the coverage. I mean, is he the kryptonite to Justin Jefferson? Could it be that he's the kryptonite? Because my man's not getting nothing against him. Wow. I mean, that was great coverage again. Great coverage again. Let's see. Andrew says Texas. All right, but so far the chat's leaning towards the Bears winning over the Texans so far. All right, but here we go, guys. 2nd and 10. Snaps the ball. Cousins looking. Throws it. And it's caught there by the tight end, Smith Jr. there. So he's got another reception here. Picked up 15 yards on the play, taking it all the way to the Vikings 38-yard line. Now we got 1st and 10 coming up here from the Minnesota 38-yard line. Again, they're trailing right now 24-7. You would think they would be moving with some sense of urgency right now. In the fourth quarter, with about 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go, you got to have some sense of urgency on every play. But here they go, shotgun takes a snap. Eagles sending 4, and so he set up Alexander Madison to take the hit on that play, incomplete. That time he wanted to just dump it off to the back there, but the Eagles are doing a great job of reading whenever they try to call a screen play. It's just not going to happen today. It's just not going to happen. But we're here in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes and 2 seconds to go in this one. All right, so now 2nd and 10 coming up. You've got your 3 receivers here, your 1 tight end, your 1 back. Snaps the ball, Cousins in the pocket, throws it to the back, and Madison drops it. Looks like the ball bit him on the finger. Might have jammed the finger on the play, maybe even 2. He takes himself out of the game. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up. Let's see. Braden says you have 21 likes, JB, and so I appreciate that. Absolutely. And so, I mean, just amazing the growth that we've seen on this channel and stuff like that. Like, just amazing. So, appreciate all of you guys for coming out and supporting us. And we will be back out on Thursday. But here we go, guys. 3rd and 10. Cousins gets the ball out of the shotgun, in the pocket, throws it to the tight end down low. Makes one guy miss. He's going to get the first down, taking it almost to midfield here. It's going to be at the Vikings 49-yard line. 9 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here. And again, still trailing 24-7. No team has scored here in the second half. And so, I mean, Smith Jr. has been the safety valve today for Kirk Cousins. 1st and 10 out of the shotgun, takes a snap. Eagles bringing pressure, and Cousins has to throw it off the wrong foot. And incomplete. But had that ball been a little bit higher, it could have been picked off, maybe even a pick 6. Darius Slay Jr., of course, the cornerback in the area. I don't even know who the receiver was in the area because, quite frankly, it was more closer to the defensive back on that play. But that time, the Eagles, they sent everybody and then some. Receiver didn't even know the ball was thrown. Here we go, guys. 2nd and 10. Again, here in the fourth quarter with 9 minutes and 22 seconds to go. Vikings with the football trailing 24-7. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Gonna throw the ball quickly and incomplete. Kirk Cousins, what are we doing, bruh? What are we doing? 3rd and 10 coming up. That time throwing it to Jalen Reagor, and you know he's mad about that. His former team, they're letting him hear it. That was his only target of the game, and that was incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up for the Vikings. All odds are against them right now. We've heard of the Minnesota Miracle. Can we see something crazy like that? Shotgun right now. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Takes the snap. Cousins feeling the pressure. He lost the ball. He lost the ball, but the Vikings recovered it. But that was a fumble there, and so they're going to have to punt the ball. It's 4th and 22. 4th and 22 coming up. And let's see. Andrew says, bye, I need to go to bed. So, hey, appreciate you for coming through, Andrew. Always glad to have you here. So, yeah, you go ahead and hopefully see you on Thursday, and hopefully this week gets better out there for you. But appreciate you for coming through. And Braden says it's awesome to see new people in the stream. And so, yes, we do love that. And the fact is, we're seeing like a diverse amount of fans. And so that's the best part about it, is that everybody's got their own favorite team. We're competitive but respectful at the same time. And that's the best part about it. But here we go, 4th and 22. Vikings punt the ball. 8 minutes and 23 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. And so it's caught at the 18-yard line, and he goes out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, and that's where the Eagles offense will come out here. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. So, guys, I want to hear this from you guys in terms of anybody who still has a close match that might, in fantasy football, that might be up in the air. What do you need to happen right now? If you still have a chance to either win or lose your fantasy football matchup, what do you need to happen to secure victory for you right now? Let me know. Because JB's team, we won. We won. So, JB, 2-0 in both leagues. JB's feeling really good right now. JB's happy. I thought I was going to lose, but JB's happy. Braden says, I love this. And you say, agree, JB. And so, bet. And so, Bears up. I'm on the poll right now, 7 votes. And so, I'll go ahead and end this poll right now for that one. And so, leaning towards the Bears, okay. And so, oh, man, let's see. Let's get this question up there. All right, 1 second. All right, so the next one will be, this one, a great question coming up, and I really want to know who you guys have, so make sure you guys vote for who you guys pick in this one to win this matchup here. All right, so who do you got? Who do you got? Who do you got? Bills or Dolphins? Let me know. Meanwhile, and so 80s, the man of the hour, Mr. Philadelphia himself. I saw James Harden here. I was looking for Allen Iverson there, but I was like, where's 80s? He's like one of the stars that should be at the game. And so 80 says, what's up, JB? And so you say, talking about your Eagles, now what? And so if you heard me talking about him, then all you heard was good things so far and all like that, because they're up 24-7. Meanwhile, let's see, Black Mesa says, check the game between you and National. Let me see how that's going right now. I'm checking it right now. And so, let me see. Wait a minute. I don't know why it's not letting me click into it, but 1 second. Let's see. Braden says, thanks, 80s, for destroying the Vikings. And so, well, you're clearly winning that matchup. Clearly winning that matchup. Oh, man, too funny, too funny. 80 says, I was too nervous to be on, and so, well, you're in good hands, 80s. This game, the Eagles came out and performed. I got to say, very impressed with the Eagles. They've certainly soaring up higher on my board in the NFC. But here we go, guys. 1st and 10 here for the Eagles. Hurts is going to keep it himself. Shakes off one guy, falls forward there, and so that's okay. He lost a yard on that run. So we got second down coming up here in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in this one. And so Black Mesa says just for the names. And so, yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. And so I saw that. Braden says Travis Kelce at the game. And so, yeah, Travis Kelce at the game. He's not helping the old man's team too much in fantasy, though, but he's at the game. Braden says no. All right, let's see, guys. 2nd and 11 coming up here. And so Joby says just subscribe. Appreciate that, Joby. Appreciate you. But here we go for the Eagles here. 2nd and 11. And so, oh no, a pick. A pick. It went off of Watkins' hand. They were trying to do a screen for him. And the Vikings now with the football. Wow. And this is going to be at the 9-yard line of the Eagles. And so the Vikings defense has certainly created their share of opportunities in this one between the defense and special teams here, but the offense has to make it count. But man, what was a simple play, and again, I was Kenneth Gainwell. I keep thinking I see number 14, but I was Kenneth Gainwell. And so, but man, they tried to throw a little simple screen to him, and it bounced off his hand right to the linebacker. I mean, as a play caller, you don't expect that. I can't blame the play caller. You don't like the execution, though. Wow, but an interception there for the Vikings. And so Enda Zoe said, just subscribe. Hey, appreciate you, Zoe. Appreciate you, Zoe. How are you doing? And Braden says, and that's why I said no. Wow, but Cousins here with the football from the 9-yard line of the Eagles. Takes the snap. He has 5 wide. Throws it over the middle. Incomplete in the direction of Adam Thielen. But again, the Eagles secondary has been playing tremendous coverage. If Kirk Cousins wants to score a touchdown, he might just have to get off his behind and actually scramble right now because the Eagles secondary is playing tremendous coverage right now. He may want to avoid Darius Slay, though. You may want to avoid Darius Slay because he's not playing games today. He's not taking any prisoners. Let's see, 80 says, I jinxed it. I will be back. Joby says, thank you. And Zoe says, mad as heck. But here we go, guys. 2nd and goal for the Vikings. Gets the snap. Eagles sending pressure. Kirk throws it up there. And, woo, incomplete. Darius Slay Jr. almost picked it off. It's like it bobbled out of his hand. Somehow, some way he didn't pick it. I don't know how, but he should have had an interception. Darius Slay is leaving interceptions on the table. But you look at that from a coverage perspective, textbook. I mean, he tried to throw it to Justin Jefferson, but Darius Slay, from one arm to the other, just was juggling the football, couldn't make the pick. But man, Kirk Cousins saw pressure. He just threw it up there, and man, you got to be careful, man. Darius Slay is showing you, man, don't target him. Don't target him. Joe said we getting whooped. Braden says, let's go. Here we go, guys. 3rd and goal. Let's see. Kirk Cousins throws it up there to his guy again, Jefferson, and so picked off. Wait a second. Are they going to call that a fumble or what? But that was an interception. Wow. Darius Slay Jr. that time comes up with the interception. That's his 2nd today. And honestly, my man could have had like 4 or 5 today. Wow. Kirk Cousins versus Darius Slay is like trying to book a flight with Spirit. I'm not doing it. I'm not interested. Spirit Airlines, not interested. No. But man, I mean, that time they sent pressure again. And that time Darius Slay Jr. just went up there and I mean, wow. I'm amazed, guys. I am just in awe right now. I mean, wow. Woo. Black Medicine says, wow, my ESPN League 197-70. Lewis says, man, Cousins is sorry. Braden says, why does he keep targeting Slay? Zoe says, wow, Zoe, I'm at a loss for words right now. I have no idea. If a man shows me that he just has my number, I can't throw to him right now, I'm going to look somewhere else. There's other guys out there. I probably would have targeted Adam Thielen a little bit more in that possession, but man, he put it up there. But Darius Slay Jr., he's been in perfect position the entire game. Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. And so Andrew says, I want to come back. I just want to take a break for a little bit. And so, okay, bet. Let's see. Brady says, 80s, you can come back now. 80s, you can come back now. So, hey, that's what's up. And so, Let's see. But man, this is insane. This is insane. And so, yeah, Zoe, what's your podcast, bro? What's your podcast? Yeah, let us know. Meanwhile, Brandon says my mic's echoing. Hold on. All right, so I should be good now. It might be Spirit Airlines upset with that comment that I made about their airlines. So, but we should be good now. Let me know if it's fixed. Let me know if it's fixed. Let me know if it's fixed. Meanwhile, though, I'll go ahead and end the poll with the Bills and Dolphins. That one wasn't even remotely close. All right, let's see who else we got. And so let's see. Raiden says you sound like an echo chamber, and so Zoe says it's the name of the channel. And so okay, bet. So definitely will come through and check that out for sure. But yeah, tell me that the echo is fixed though, guys. Let me know if it's fixed. See, Lewis says everyone wants to play versus the Vikings on prime time. All right, here we go, guys. Jaden Hurst in the offense from the 20-yard line up under center. One back in the backfield here. Receiver went in motion. Going to hand it to the back off the right side here. And that's going to be Miles Sanders. He's going to pick up 8 yards on the carry. 2nd and 2 coming up. There's 7 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. Darius Slay Jr. looked like he was actually limping a little bit prior to that. So maybe that's why they threw in this direction. But, man, they got ups. Let's see. Braden says, sounds good now. Zoe says fix. All right, appreciate that. Appreciate that. Andrew says fix, my guy. All good. Appreciate that, you guys. But here we go, guys. 2nd and 2 coming up here. You got, let's see. You got 2 tight ends here. Got a back. Got 2 receivers here. Snaps the ball. And they're going to give it to the back up the middle. And Miles Sanders is going to get the first down. He needed 2 yards. He got him 3 yards. So a fresh new set of downs, which means more time off the clock. And it's getting later and later here in the fourth quarter. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here in the fourth. All right, let's see. All right, so the next question I'm going to pose is, all right, so here's the next question. Who you got, Lions or Vikings? But here we go, guys. And so Hurts up under center, snaps the ball, going to give it to Sanders between the center and guard, and he's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. So now we got 2nd and 7 coming up here from the Eagles, 34-yard line. Getting the Eagles up right now, 24-7, with about 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. A lot of mistakes were made here by the Vikings here, and so all you got to do is regroup. We know the talent that this team has. You just got to regroup. You got an opportunity against the Lions next week there, and so we'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. Receiver goes in motion. Hurts gets the snap. One back in the backfield, gives it to him. And so Sanders looking for holes, and so goes up the middle. So that time he was looking to the left, bounced back through the middle, and picked up 10 yards and a first down here for the Eagles. 4 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in this game. Eagles up 24-7. So at this point, it's just as simple as just running that clock. Braden says Darius Slay is an underrated corner. Lewis says, are they playing on prime time? And Lewis says, are they playing on prime time? And so actually that game right there is going to be, I believe, one of the earlier games. It's going to be an early window game. Old Man says he's got the Lions winning. Lions are a good team. All right, here we go, guys. Shotgun formation here. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, 1 back. Shotgun formation, going to hand the ball off to Sanders up the middle. And so Sanders falling forward there, picks up about 3 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up. 4 minutes and 5 seconds to go right now on the clock. And 2nd and 8. Let's see. Zoe says defense is horrible. Good reality check. Fix the defense and offense. And so I will say this. It is extremely early in the season. Who these teams are right now are not who they're going to be in the future. and stuff like that. When it comes to getting hot at the right time, you got to get hot at the right time. I mean, believe me, we've seen it time and time again throughout the years and stuff like that. You look at last year, Buffalo had a couple games last year when, they lost the opener to the Steelers. Later on, they lost to the Jaguars. But when they were at their peak, nobody really wanted to mess with them. Kansas City last year got off to a slow start, and then when they got hot at the right time, they made a run themselves, all that stuff. And so this is extremely early, too early in the season for us to really know how good and how bad a team is. A team can get embarrassed one week and be a completely different team by the end of the season. So do keep that in mind. Do keep that in mind. Let's see, Andrew says, oh, my defense, if anything, I'll pick the Rams defense fantasy. And so, all right, so you took the Rams defense in fantasy. Okay, bet. Let's see, Zoe says, Lewis crazy where he been at. And so, but again, right now, currently at the commercial here, looks like the Vikings may have called a timeout here. And so that's why we're currently right now at the commercial due to a timeout. Still about 4 minutes to play, a little bit over 4 minutes to play left in the game. Again, Eagles with the football and the lead 24-7. All right, let's see how the poll's doing right now. But so far, the poll is holding up. Let's see. So right now, the Lions have the edge 57-43 right now. Let's see. Zoe says, follow my page. We can link up and do something on here. And so, bet. Yeah, let me get to that one for you. But absolutely. Let's see. Andrew says, good defense play. We only have is our Ox. And let's see. Andrew says, only got a picture of Ox. Let's see. I'll go ahead and call it for the poll on this one. So the favor is towards the Lions there. All right, 1 second here, guys. All right, I got a question for you guys. 1 second. All right, but here we go, guys. And so now we're coming back off that timeout. It's 2nd and 8. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. They snap the ball, give the ball to Scott. And so Scott's going to pick up about a yard on the carry. 3rd down coming up. 4 minutes and 9 seconds left to go. And it looks like the Vikings are going to call another timeout here. That's the 2nd timeout called. So they got 1 timeout remaining. So right now they're thinking all about the clock here. Let's see. Lewis says NFC North, all teams 1-1. Hope they tie. All right, 1 more second. JB's putting together another poll question here. All right, so here is the question I'm going to pose for you guys and let you guys vote on this one. So who will win the AFC South? Will it be the Colts, the Texans, the Titans, or the Jaguars? Let me know. Andrew says, one time my baby brother fell down the stairs. And so, oh man, hopefully not injured bad at all. But here we go, guys. 3rd and 7 here for Hurts. Moving around. Now he's running to the right. He's still pump fakes. He's going to scramble and goes out of bounds a few yards shy. But there is a penalty. There is a penalty. So let's see what this penalty is going to be. All right, so holding on the offense, and that will be declined because 4th down's coming up. So he did scramble on that play, went out of bounds, and so they will have to punt the ball. 4th and 5 coming up. Let's see, he says all those people going against the Eagles. And again, here we go, 4th and 5. Again, here in the fourth quarter with 4 minutes and 1 second to go. All right, and so far, let's see. All right, so far it is tied between the Colts and the Texans. Punts on the way. And Good punt there, good punt there, and so it's going to be touched at the 11-yard line. So the Vikings down 24-7, and one timeout remaining here in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes and 51 seconds remaining. And so let's see. 80 says Jalen Hurts MVP. JB, are you with me? And so good old Jalen Hurts. If we're talking MVP of this game, heck yeah. If we're talking about MVP of the season, though, there's a lot of quarterbacks that balled out. I mean, a lot of quarterbacks that balled out. Nobody's been talking about even the fact that Jared Goff went out there and he balled out this week. Not saying that he's going to get MVP at all, but I'm just saying a lot of quarterbacks balled out this past week. So the competition is stiff. Competition is stiff, but I can see a path for it. I can. Because, I mean, right now, it's looking like the Eagles will end up being, in my opinion, like a top 2 team in the NFC, I'm thinking, based upon how it's looking. So I can see a path for Jalen Hurts, if he keeps playing like how he's playing, to get MVP. Now, the only question I have right now, honestly, for Jalen Hurts, you think about last year, Kyler Murray. I remember during the stream, a lot of people were saying how Kyler Murray was going to get MVP and stuff like that, up until that game where they lost, I think, against the Packers on that primetime matchup. Then it all fell apart. And so for these mobile quarterbacks, I want to see consistency all throughout. Once it gets late in the season, can you still be as effective, both passing and rushing? So we'll see. We will see. And so, let's see. 80 says, Braden, Jalen Hurts MVP, are you with me? Let's see. Andrew says, how old are you? And so, I'll answer that. But first, I want to see if you guys can guess. And who can guess the correct age of how old is JB and stuff like that. So, let me hear your guess of how old JB is. JB wants to hear this and see how old does JB look. So, but let me know, how old do you think I am first? Meanwhile, despite the fact that the Tennessee Titans got shell-shocked today, I mean, they got picked up and they were thrown through the Buffalo Bills table. It seems like they have the leading vote so far in that thing. And so I find that interesting because, honestly, I feel like if it's close between Tennessee and the Colts never lose to Tennessee. They just don't lose to Tennessee. I'm surprised Jacksonville's not getting any love at all and stuff like that, considering how they just did the Colts. But I guess the Jaguars are the Jaguars. And so 80 says 28. Okay, so we got one for 80s here at 28. Anybody else want to cast in their vote? Black Medicine, disrespectful. Disrespectful. 58, disrespectful. All right, but here we go, guys. Fourth quarter here, 3 minutes and 51 seconds to go. Brandon says he's definitely in the race, 80s. Black Medicine says, damn. Meanwhile, Cousins throws it. It is caught there by the receiver, and the receiver picks up about a good 6-7 yards on the play. Second now coming up. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left to go here in the fourth. Andrew says you are 80 years old. Braden says 27. Lewis says 29. And so Cousins throws it to Cook, and Cook's going to get the first down there, taking it to the 21st yard line, and that's going to be a first down here for the Vikings. They needed 3 yards, gave them 4 yards. Now we got 1st and 10 here from the 22-yard line here. They're hurrying back up to the line here. Got to push it downfield here. Cannot be conservative. Cousins gets the snap, looking, throws it, and completed. I thought it was incomplete, but that's completed to Adam Thielen. He picked up about 19 yards on that play. So now you got 1st and 10 here for the Vikings from their own 41-yard line. And so Lewis says 29. And so I'll give it a minute. Anybody else? Andrew says, I am an island boy. And Old Man says, JB is 30, but he looks like 22. Appreciate that, Old. 80 says, JB, seriously, did you pick the Eagles to win? And so I actually picked the Vikings to win. I did pick the Vikings to win this one. I did. JB made that mistake there. And so JB will own that. JB made that mistake. There's a lot of people that picked my team to lose, though, so I was not alone to make a mistake this week. Mistakes were made. All right, but here we go, guys. 2nd and 4 coming up. All right, so we go shotgun here. Takes a snap in the pocket. Cousins looking. Cousins throws. It's completed to Justin Jefferson, and he's going to pick up 5 yards on the play. A first down here for the Vikings. And so, but yeah, the correct answer is JB is currently 28, at least for another 2 months. JB is currently 28, well, almost 2 months and stuff like that. JB is still 28. So there you have it. Meanwhile, Cousins in the pocket, moving. Tripped up, but still on his feet. takes it all the way to about the 35-yard line here of the Eagles. And so that's going to be a first down. So Kirk Cousins getting it done with his legs. 2-minute warning right now. So at the 2-minute warning, it is the Eagles up 24-7. Just 2 minutes left to go in this one. Oh, it says, what's funny, people called me crazy when I said the Eagles will win the NFC East and will go to the championship, but loses to the GOAT and the Bucks. And so, Black Mason says, JV turns 43 next month in all seriousness. 80 says, I guess correctly. And so, that is correct. That is correct. 80s, that is correct. And so, I'm going to go ahead and call it on the poll question here. And so, you guys got the Titans winning that division still, with both Indianapolis and Houston finishing with a tie. Mr. JB will not be happy with you guys for not picking Indianapolis to win that division. Andrew says, do you show us the legends? And then Braden says, what prize does 80 get, JB? And so, you know what? That is a very good question there. There was no prize for that one, but he gets the satisfaction of knowing that he was correct. Lewis says, can't wait for the Eagles versus Cowboys. And so, ooh. So when do they actually match up? Speaking of which, let me see the next matchup here. All right, so next up should be an interesting one. Meanwhile, we're currently at the commercial because it was the 2-minute warning. So just 2 minutes left to go in this one. Again, the Eagles up 24-7 over the Vikings. And so who you got in this one? Let's see. All right, so next up, who you got in this one? Bengals versus the Joe Flacco-led Jets in that one. Let's see. Lewis says he voted on the Colts that they'll turn it around. Old Man says, I got Texans being second in their division, and in a year or two, they will run their division. 80 says, old man, I like that. Eagles in the Super Bowl. But the Super Bowl will be on a Wednesday this year, so TB12's wife won't let him play, LOL. 80s with the shots towards TB12. Braden says, I picked the Colts to win division still. And so, okay, bet. And so through 5 votes, we've got 1 for the Jets, 4 for the Bengals. Old man says, Bengals, they'll get their first win. And so I agree with that one. Bengals will get their first win. But what I saw from Garrett Wilson, though, that was pretty impressive. I feel like for Garrett Wilson's sake, having Joe Flacco in there is the best choice for him, statistically speaking. I don't think he does that with Zach Wilson. Lewis says Lovie Smith will turn the Texans into winners. All right, so back to the action here. And so Alexander Matterson gets the carry, and he gets upended. But he's going to pick up about a good 3 yards on the play. Second down coming up. 1 minute, 45 seconds left to go. 2nd and 7 here. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Ball at the Eagles' 33-yard line. They snap the ball here. Cousins looking. Going to dump it down low to Alexander Madison, who's going to pick up 7 yards and get just enough for the first down here for the Vikings. 1 minute 30 left to go here in the 4th. Again, the Vikings with just 1 timeout, and they are trailing 24-7. Shotgun formation here. 3 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 back. Gets the snap. Cousins looking. Cousins in the pocket, throws it, and it's caught by Adam Thielen to the 10-yard line. So now we got a 1st and goal situation. 1st and goal from the 10. Again, so far in this drive, 10 plays, 79 yards, and about 3 minutes in terms of time possession off the clock. And we just got 1 minute and 5 seconds left to go in the game. 58 seconds here. Snaps the ball out of the shotgun. Cousins is going to throw it in the direction of Adam Thielen. Ooh, is that going to be an interception or incomplete? They say incomplete. Wow. I hope nobody started Kirk Cousins in fantasy. Braden says, so JB, your birthday is coming up, so I'll send you a signed Eli Manning for your birthday present. Andrew says, Bengals are going to win. Pick up. Do you have Jesse Bates? Do you have Joe Mixon? Do they have Jamar Chase? Do you have Joe Burrow? And so, yeah, like Joe Mixon, I feel like he can have a pretty good game in that one. Jamar Chase, I feel like will also have a good game. I'm expecting the Bengals to come out and light it up this week. Meanwhile, they throw it to the back, and he's going to get brought down for a loss of a couple yards on the play. Alexander Madison's in there in the game, and so 3rd and goal, 40 seconds remaining here. Again, this game's already been decided. Here it's just a matter of can the Vikings get into the end zone one more time, which does matter, I guess, for some people if you got maybe Justin Jefferson or going against Justin Jefferson or Adam Thielen or Dalvin Cook or Kirk Cousins for fantasy football purposes. They're going to go 5 wide, 3rd and goal. Cousins looking, feels the pressure, and they get him for the sack. They get him for the sack. That is it. They sack him right there. And so, wow. 24-7, and the Vikings look like they're just going to be content with running this clock out and just taking the L and regrouping next week. And so let's see. Lewis likes that. Let's see. 80 says Braden LOL. 80 says sack lunch. Lewis says, whoa, no good. 9-7 on the year. And that's it. That's final, guys. The final score is the Eagles win this matchup 24-7 over the Minnesota Vikings. And again, this is extremely early in the season. I would not be surprised if these two teams meet again in the playoffs, in which I'm thinking if they do, it'll be down there in Philadelphia. But great game by Jalen Hurts and company. I mean, my man was 26-31, 333 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He was sacked 3 times, but he also ran the ball 11 times for 57 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. And so Miles Sanders, he had 17 carries for 80 yards in this one. And then, the Eagles, they put in work. Receiving-wise, Devontae Smith, 7 catches for 80 yards. Dallas Goedert, he's got 5 catches, 82 yards. A.J. Brown, 5 catches, 69 yards. Quez Watkins, 2 catches, 69 yards, and a receiving touchdown. Meanwhile, for the Minnesota Vikings, Kirk Cousins, 27 of 46, 221 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, sacked 2 times. On the ground, Kirk Cousins did run it 2 times for 20 yards. Dalvin Cook had 6 carries for 17 yards. You can't have that happen. 6 carries for 17 yards from Dalvin Cook. You can't have that happen. And also, he had 4 catches for 19 yards. Justin Jefferson had 6 catches for 48 yards. Irv Smith Jr., 5 catches, 36 yards, and a touchdown. And so, yeah, KJ Osborne, 2 catches, 25 yards. And so, there you have it, guys. There you have it. But yes, a great stream, guys. And so, still early in the week, so you guys have a great week. I will be back on Thursday, to get back out there for that primetime matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. And I will go ahead and set up some of the streams for this upcoming, towards the end of the week and the weekend. But appreciate you guys for coming out. And let's see. Old man says, another great stream. JB, have a good night. Yeah, appreciate you, old man. Have a good night as well. Braden says, good night, JB. Great stream. Yeah, good night to you as well. Great stream. Appreciate you. Lewis says, thank you for another great stream. Appreciate you, Lewis. And yeah, you have a great night as well. Andrew says, watch your videos every day. Hey, I appreciate that, Andrew. Appreciate that a lot. And so, yeah, you guys take care. 80 says, JB now sing the Eagles fight song. Yeah, that's not happening there. And so Braden says, do it, JB, before I head out. And so... Yeah, that is not happening. We're not going to do that. The great teams, they focus on, the Super Bowl and stuff like that, But, hey, it was an impressive win. I am impressed with the Eagles, and I am going to say that I am moving the Eagles now to the top of my NFC chart right now. I'm putting them above the Buccaneers right now. You heard it here first. I'm putting them at the top, above the Buccaneers and above the Rams and stuff like that. I now have Philadelphia at the top if they keep playing like this, at least right now in week 2. So I will do that. And so Lewis says Eagles. And so Joey says, great. Catch you next time. Yeah, appreciate you again for coming through. And thank all you guys. And, hey, all the new members, appreciate you guys for becoming a part of JB Nation. And so looking forward to seeing you guys next time. And so, yeah, everybody, thanks again for coming out. You guys take care. JB's going to go ahead and end this one because JB's got work in the morning. But, yeah, you guys take care. And, again, congratulations to the Eagles. And for the Vikings, keep your head up. It's still early. You're just 1-1, and so it's all about the next game.